Live chat. Talking going around, but I'll just start talking anyways, because it's always weird. Just fucking fill up dead space. So, what the fuck was that, dude? This was probably the most excited I've been for like a main card of a pay-per-view probably all year. I was fucking pumped. I was listening to fucking Kurt Angle's theme song all fucking on repeat. Fucking, I was so fucking sure that Colby was gonna win. And I don't know if I could ever cheer for him ever again after that performance. Like, I don't want to be too harsh because I know however pissed off I am at him, like he's pissed off at himself way fucking more. But holy fucking shit, dude. What the hell are you thinking? I don't understand. All right, okay, first off, this is really what pisses me off. Actually, about the whole thing, what pissed me off the most about that entire fucking thing was that his corner had no sense of urgency whatsoever. Literally fucking zero. What's up, MMA Bison? The MMA Water Buffalo? How's it going? His corner, they didn't sound like they were cornering a fighter who's doing shitty in their most important fight of their entire career. It just sounded like, oh, you just gotta fucking pick up the pace and start wrestling. That's literally all they said. There was no urgency. Like, if I was in his corner, I swear to God, I would have slapped him every single fucking time. Multiple times, every single round. He comes back and he wasn't fucking wrestling like he was in the 5th round. Like, I don't understand what the fuck. Like, Colby needs a team. That's his biggest issue. Yes, there was a lot of ring rust. But mentally he choked and like, I don't know if he's a choke artist per se, because he performed pretty well against Usman in the first two. Although he started those fights pretty slow as well, but it didn't take him fucking 4.5 rounds to fucking get going. But his corner pissed me off the fucking most, dude. They, like, the fight before, Mark Montoya, his voice was cracking with emotion, trying to implore Royval to fucking move it. And it worked. Royval looked better for the first half of that 5th round. When I heard Montoya's voice crack, like, I got a little fucking emotional about it. I was like, holy shit, this guy fucking cares. He got me caring, even though I was on the Pantoja side. And Colby needed at least half of that. And there was nothing. There was nothing. There was zero motivation and zero good fucking cornering. That pissed me off beyond belief. Colby thinking he won after the fight was over was fucking stupid. Dude, I cannot believe. The best thing about that main card was that Tony Ferguson didn't fucking get knocked out. That was the best fucking thing. So Tony is my favorite. I am drinking, shit, I spilled all over myself. I'm drinking Paramount rum. Actually, I haven't started drinking it. I need to start drinking. Okay, first swig. Oh, God. Oh, no! My chaser. There goes half my chaser. Anyways, yeah, so Tony's my favorite fighter of all fucking time. Like, easily, I think he's the most inspirational. I got the most excited for his fights when he was in his prime, and a little past his prime. And all the way up until his last fight. His fight against Bobby Green, I was super, super pumped for that fight. I was super on Tony. I was like, he's going to fucking win. And after that performance, I cut myself off from Tony. Like, I still love him. He's still, like, my favorite dude in MMA for sure. But I don't want to see him win any more fights. Like, he doesn't need to be fighting anymore. It's so fucking obvious. It's so fucking goddamn obvious that his body's gone, and it's not obvious to him. He thinks it's a mentality thing. So he fucking gets Goggins. Like, it wasn't like, to Ferguson's and Goggins' credit, Ferguson looked a lot better in this fight than he did in his last few. Like, and physically, like, his body didn't look nearly as soy as it did in his last few fights. And in the lead up, like the trash talk with Patty, like, Whatever Goggins did with Tony, it definitely did bring back the old Tony mentally, but that's not what Tony needed, dude. Tony needed, I said this multiple times in different areas, but like Tony needed to go on like a crazy strength and conditioning and plyometric type thing and just try to recover any bit of athleticism and try to optimize any part of his body and his athleticism as he possibly could to maybe be able to squeak out a win or two so he can not go out on a fucking 7 or 8 fight losing streak. But in Tony's mind, it was like, no, I lost my fucking edge and now I gotta fucking get Goggins and now I can fucking beat Patty. And in his mind, he's like 5 more fights and I got a fucking championship. Like fucking, I love Tony. I fucking love Tony so much because of that delusion, and that's what made him so great. It's that insane amount of willpower and belief in himself, and that's why he is my favorite fighter of all time, and he will always be probably my favorite fighter of all time. But there was no way I could root for him yesterday. And I like Patty. A lot of people don't like Patty. I actually do like Patty. I actually like him a lot. I think he's a pretty cool dude, and I think he's a pretty good fighter. I don't think he's fucking top level material, but he always puts on good fights. Besides the Jared Gordon fight, which he broke his fucking foot in the first round, so you can't really shit on him for that. I don't understand why people are shitting on him so much for that. Oh my God. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. Alcohol's disgusting. I knew that Leon Kobe fight was going to be trash. I don't know why people were hyped on it. Really? Like you knew that Kobe was going to fucking shit the bed that bad. I believe you that you thought that it was going to be bad, but there was no way you could have predicted that Kobe was going to be that much of a fucking pussy, dude. If he's not on roids, he should take roids. Dude, Bison, I was thinking that myself. I was like, Tony, why the fuck are you hiring David Goggins? You need to you need to hire what's the guy from Barry Bonds' fucking coach from Balco, you know, the guy the Ped guy who knows all the fucking shit. He need to hire that guy. That's what I was thinking when he said Goggins. Like you're hiring the wrong fucking dude. You need to hire like the most knowledgeable person on Peds, period. And like Goggins is the exact opposite of that. Goggins doesn't do any Peds. He just fucking he just exercises until he breaks down his body so much he has to take time off to get surgeries. It's fucking retarded. Right. Oh, this is already so disgusting. But I had to do a drunk scream today because I was so. Every single fucking fight on that main card, it was just a fucking kick in the dick. I guess, but not the Pantoja Royval fight. And I mean not the Chop Cat either. I hate Wonder Boy. But I picked I did very bad on this last card, but the one fight I did pick correctly was Shavkat submission round 2. But I was hoping for a brutal KO. I figured it was probably gonna be a submission, just because like it's gonna be hard to fucking KO Wonder Boy unless you're Anthony Pettis. But I really want to see a brutal knockout. I'm not a fan of Wonder Boy at all. I like him a little bit more now than I used to. I've softened up my stance on him a slight bit. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because he's older. But I still don't like him. He's still one of my least favorite fighters ever. Mostly because it's a Leon Edwards fight. That's a good point, MMA Bison. That's a fucking good point. Yeah, dude. So astrologically speaking, I lost fucking basically all my money on that Kobe fight because of this. So I don't ever fucking bet unless I like the fighter first off, and then there's a favorable or a neutral astrological thing in the stars, and it works like 90% of the time. It doesn't work all the time. So this is what's in the stars for that fight, and it played out exactly, except that Colby shit the bed. If he didn't shit the bed, Colby wins that fight. So Leon basically he had Saturn on his MC, which basically meant, like, when I saw that, I said, okay, so Colby's trash talk is not gonna have an effect on Leon in this fight. Leon's gonna be disciplined. However, Leon on his Navam Salagna also had Saturn right fucking on there. That means he wasn't going to perform intelligently. He wasn't going to look his best. And he was going to look slow and old. And that was the worst we've seen Leon look in I don't know how long. I cannot remember a fight where Leon looked worse. Can you? I genuinely, I'm sure there was one maybe early in his career that I'm not remembering. But in the last like 5 or 6 years, this was his worst performance by far in terms of like his sharpness and his fight IQ and how quick he looked. Like he was pretty slow. Like he didn't look, I want to say look old, but he looked older. Like he looked like an older version of what we saw the last few fights for sure. So it was like basically a pretty good, and then Colby was completely neutral in the start. So to me, I was already 100% on Colby anyway. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna fucking hammer Colby. But Colby fucking, it doesn't matter how fucking what the script is if you can't fucking if you're, I'm already fucking drunk. If you're so fucking in your own fucking shit and you're so fucking scared about, I don't know what the fuck he was scared about. What was he scared about? Leon's not a fucking KO guy. That's what I don't understand. If Leon had like Woodley power or Kamaru power, which isn't even that crazy, but it's power, like it would make a little bit more sense with how he fought him. But Leon's got pretty much zero power. He's got like powerful kicks, but he doesn't really have powerful punches at all. And overall, he's a precision sniper type fighter. He's not a power guy. So I don't understand what Colby was fucking doing for 4 rounds. I really don't fucking understand. And but now we have to go to the worst part of the night, because that wasn't even the fucking worst part of the night. The worst part of the night by a fucking mile, because this is another one of my favorite fighters of all time. Bryce Mitchell, what the fuck? This is what happened to me. So I'm watching, I'm illegally streaming, of course. It's like the first minute of the fight, and then the stream goes down. I'm like, fuck. So I try to go again, and it won't go on. So I had to switch to another stream. I switched to it, and the first thing I see is just Bryce just fucking twitching on the canvas. I was screaming very loudly at the fucking computer screen. And what pisses me off even more about that is because I swear to God, I was gonna pick Emmett by KO. But at the end, I was like, nah, Bryce is too smart. He's gonna wrestle him. Like he's gonna do a Marab and at least be smart. It's gonna be a boring decision. So I convinced myself that he was gonna Marab him. And he didn't even fucking try a takedown. I don't know what he was fucking doing. I mean, like I said, like I missed the KO sequence. I saw the replay of it, but the first minute of the fight, it was a short notice fight, but that was one of the most brutal one punch KOs I've ever seen, I'd say. Definitely for a lower division. I don't think there's ever been a worse, more brutal one punch KO, especially since it happened so quickly into the fight. And that one really hurt because I always get pumped for Bryce Mitchell fights. And I always get pumped for Colby fights. And I always get pumped for Tony fights. You know, this is fucking loss. Although I wanted Tony to lose. And it was a good loss. It was a good loss. He didn't get knocked out. I wanted Patty to submit him early in round 1 or 2. Hope, like just take him down, not do a lot of damage. I didn't want to see Tony take more damage. That was like the main thing that I didn't want to see. Like I knew. And going into that fight, I was thinking, because so before the press conference, I was like, oh my God, Tony's fucking retarded. Like, I love Tony, but he's fucking retarded. Why in the hell is he hiring David Goggins? Bryce does need roids too. I 100% agree. He really does. Remind me to get back to roids, because I have a point to talk about roids and why. I'll just talk about it right now. So you guys have noticed, right? The level of fights have gotten better lately, like significantly better. And specifically, the level of female fights have gotten better recently. You guys had to have noticed it. We just watched the best female, in my opinion, the best female fight I've ever seen for sure. Before, I thought it was Zhang Wei Li and Joanna, which was an incredible fight. But this one was even more so because they did more damage to each other. And even though Zhang Wei Li and Joanna was back and forth, Joanna really wasn't damaged. She was hitting Wei Li a lot, but she wasn't really damaging her. In this fight, they were damaging the shit out of each other. You know why they were damaging the shit out of each other? Because they're on fucking steroids. They're on fucking steroids. Look at, did you not notice how the leap the quantum leap in ability of Ariana Lipski the past few fights because she started taking roids. Look at her body, like she started taking roids. And there's a I can't remember right now, but there's another female fighter who got significantly big, like noticeably and significantly bigger recently. And she just fought like within the last month. I know I'm having a mind fart right now, but basically more and more fighters are taking steroids, which equates to better and better fights. This is why USADA is fucking stupid. I'm glad USADA is gone. They shouldn't even. I don't want to go as far as to say they shouldn't test for steroids, period, because you really don't want CRT Vitor like kicking out eye. You don't want any more of those situations. But this is the most brutal sport in the entire world. This is the most demanding, physically demanding, and mentally demanding sport in the entire fucking world. It's one of the craziest things you could ever fucking do. It's one of the craziest activities you could ever fucking sign yourself up for. You need performance-enhancing drugs. You fucking need it. You fucking need them. Bison, I'm so glad you looked at. I was looking at her weigh-ins. Because the last like 5 or 6 weeks, I've shifted my focus, my fight week focus on the things I look for, and I focus more on weigh-ins and shit now than when I used to. So I really like look at like the details and compare what they look like now to like previous weigh-ins and stuff. Not with all fighters, but with like the fights that I'm kind of 50-50 on or seem interesting. I picked Hossa in that fight. And that was one of my most confident picks, actually, because for like the last 5 or 6 weeks, I would pick an underdog that like no one else is fucking picking, but like the entire week in my head, I just had I didn't even think they were gonna win, but in my head, I just had their name in their head. Last week it was, oh my god, who was it? The guy, I can't even fucking remember right now because I'm fucking drunk. Everyone was on. Dude, I can't fucking Steve something. The 145 pounder who got the quick KO. Steve Garcia? Is that his fucking name? I can't even fucking remember now. I was on him. But anyways, like the last 4 or 5 weeks, I have someone's name in my head. They're like a big underdog. And then I realized, I have their name in my head because they're gonna win. And I pick them and then they actually do win. This was the first time where that didn't happen. But I realized the reason why I had Hossa's name in my head because it was the craziest fucking women's fight of all time. So it left a fucking scar in my psyche. So like I think that like projected information backwards. Because sort of like the majority of the fights that I pick, it's my brain projecting information from the future backwards. That's how I do it. What's up, worker? How's it going? I'm just getting drunk. But yeah, Aldana. So anyways, I was looking at her at weigh-ins, and she. Oh yeah, Steve Garcia. Who did he beat? I can't remember who he fucking beat. Milk Costa. Yeah, so Garcia was the one last week that I knew for sure. But this one, I was so fucking sure Hossa was gonna win. I was more sure that Hossa was gonna win than Covington was gonna win, and I was very fucking sure of that too. And it was a crazy fucking fight. After the first few minutes, I was like, "Oh my god, Hossa's got this. Hossa's got this in the bag." I read this shit fucking perfectly. But credit to Aldana, she may have a suspect shoulder to hip ratio, but even if she's a dude, that's one tough motherfucker. Because there is no fucking way that me or you or any of us that aren't fucking well trained in kickboxing are taking those fucking kicks from Hossa for 3 rounds. Her literally in the 3rd round, her fucking leg was twice the size as her other leg. It literally was twice the size. It was insane. Both those girls deserve a lot of money. Like they took years off their life. Like the photo of them after, like when they're in the hospital, was insane. And then the photos of them during that was just the most damaging women's fight I've ever seen. And it's because of steroids. And this is why steroids are fucking awesome. We got to talk about Strickland. I'm going to get to Strickland because there's a whole bunch of people that lost respect for me this weekend. I don't know if anyone lost more respect than Sean Strickland. For me. The way he handled. Well, let's talk about that shit. Let's fucking talk about it. Let's see. Strickland seems kind of nervous and emotional. Yes. The attacking Dricus was childish. Dricus seems really confident in all his fights. Before all this happened, I was already leaning not super heavily, but fairly heavily on the Dricus side. I think just matchup wise, I can see him just sunning Strickland. He's just such a fucking tank. He's a big fucking dude, you know, and he's so aggressive. And I just think matchup wise, I can see him taking down Strickland and just beating the shit out of him. I really can. But I could also see Strickland weathering that storm in the first few rounds and then putting the pace on Dricus later and finishing. I could see that as well. So it's not like a clear-cut thing. But then after that press conference on Friday, holy shit, we got to talk about that fucking press conference. Because right off the bat, Strickland starts going after Sean O'Malley. Like right off the fucking bat. Talking about his marriage and shit. And for the record, I loved it. I thought it was fucking hysterical. I was laughing my ass off. That was all great. I have no issues with that at all. But hey, Sean O'Malley, even though he didn't have like great comebacks, like he didn't fucking cry about it, dude. Like he was just like, okay, whatever, dude. And he like that's like a personal attack. And not only is it a personal attack, it's a personal attack from the champion of division 50 pounds higher than you. You know, so that part, like for me being Sean O'Malley's size, I felt a little bad for him because it's like what's he gonna do to Sean? Like in a physical, he can't do anything to Sean Strickland. You know, Sean Strickland's over 200 pounds. Sean O'Malley's my size. He can't do anything to him. So even though I have no problem with Strickland going after him, I thought it was hilarious and it was great. It is a little bit of a dick move, if not a huge bit of a dick move. Once again, it's fine. It's Strickland. It's fine. But then he goes and he calls Dricus the word that if I say it here, I'll fucking get this shit taken down. But he calls him that like, 7 to 10 times throughout the press conference. And once again, I have no issues with that. I like that. I am thankful that there's at least one fighter in the UFC who doesn't fucking give a shit about being politically correct and everything. And I like that Strickland does that. But when that gun turns around on you, when Dricus had enough and he's like, all right, motherfucker, like, let's fucking do this. Strickland went on the biggest soy rants and he flipped out. Like, I don't know. It was just so fucking strange because when Dricus first started going, he had a really good fucking roll going too. Like it was so smooth. I guarantee you he practiced that before. Like he had that in his pocket because the whole press conference, Dricus was like, he was like hit or miss. He was pretty good. There was a few misses. But then he started talking about Sean's dad and it flew out so natural. And I believe this is just my conspiracy theory. I truly believe that I believe all those words were Guru. Yes or no, chat? Did that sound like Dricus du Plessis talking, or did that sound like MMA Guru talking through Dricus du Plessis? I guarantee you, when Guru went to South Africa, he went down. Like I don't watch Guru hardly. Like there's only like a few videos, but like I don't watch his lives or anything. So like some of you guys who watch him more, maybe you could confirm or deny if he actually said those were his words. But when I heard that, I was like, oh, that sounds like MMA Guru. This definitely sounds like MMA Guru. But anyways, Sean's initial reaction, like in the first like second or two after Dricus finished, it sounded like he was gonna go, this fucking guy. You know, like he did it with O'Malley. When O'Malley said, oh, your dad, at least my dad didn't fuck me or something like that. He was like, this fucking guy. Sean was gonna do the same thing. This fucking guy. But then like halfway through of him saying, this fucking guy, like he was like it's something triggered in his mind. Like Dricus really got him. I think he really did trigger like a fucking a brutal childhood memory. And all of a sudden he just fucking goes after him. And then and what's even worse is after the fucking press conference, like he still was fucking pissed off and he was like trying to fuck with Dricus and get him canceled and shit. It's like, you cannot treat like, and maybe I'm a little bit more sensitive to this because I'm Sean O'Malley's size, but you cannot treat someone who's way not just smaller than you, but way small, significantly smaller, to the point that he would have no chance against you in any fight, no matter what. And Sean's an amazing fighter, but you know, Strickland's gonna beat the shit out of him 100 times out of 100 times, no matter what, no matter fucking what. You can't be that big of a douchebag to someone who's not a threat to you at all, and then flip out when someone does that to you. You know, I lost so much fucking respect for Sean Strickland. And then the fight. We'll talk about the fight too. A lot of people were hating on Sean because he started attacking Dricus. I didn't hate that as much. I thought it was, to be honest, I did think it was pretty funny that like Gilbert Burns' son was just sitting there, and Sean goes, "Hey, just move." He just fucking starts fucking elbowing. Like, that was, I actually like that. And I think that, I'm pretty sure the UFC did that on purpose. Like, they had cameras on them already. They sat Dricus like 3 rows back. Like, I'm pretty sure they fucking did that on purpose. They know the type of person Sean Strickland is. So that was definitely a setup by the UFC to hype the fight, and it worked. But once again, Sean started that whole entire thing. Like, he did a gun thing. Fine, that Sean started that. Once again, that's Sean starting that, and then whatever the fuck Dricus said got under his skin, and then Sean couldn't handle it anymore. So on one hand, like, they're fighters. I don't care if they fight in the crowd. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Be professional. Who fucking cares, dude? Who fucking cares? Oh, we're gonna have to talk about the dad shit too, because both with Dricus and Colby, 100% fair game. As someone with a dead, murdered dad, I can tell you, if someone said that to me, I would fucking laugh. Like, I had someone make a joke at my dead dad's expense right after he fucking died. I told you guys the story. My ex-girlfriend did that. And for a split second, it hit me, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, that was like a brutal fucking ill-advised. You probably shouldn't be saying that joke. But then I snapped out of it, and I was like, no, I'm not going to fucking take offense to it. I'm not going to take offense to it. And I just decided I'm not going to take offense to it. Because it's a fucking joke. Like, my dad's dead. He's dead. He's fucking dead. Leon's dad died fucking 30 years or 20 years ago, dude. You can't be flipping out over a dead dad joke when your dad's been dead 20 years. You cannot. That's really fucking soy. Everyone who's saying, "Oh, Colby went too far." No, he didn't, dude. No, he fucking didn't. These guys are going to fight. Colby's trying to get every single fucking edge he possibly can. And he wasn't in Leon's head at all the entire way up until that moment. And he finally got in his head. So the ends justify the means. In the end, it didn't end up winning him the belt, but that's not why he lost it. That's certainly not why he fucking lost it. And if I'm Colby, I'm doing the same exact shit. And then with the Dricus situation, once again, Sean, all of a sudden, like, Sean starts like, talking about how Dricus is like a horrible person because he's bringing this shit up. Like, dude, once again, you just were shitting on another American, by the way. It's not just like some random guy. It's another American champion who's over 50 pounds lighter than you. You just publicly humiliated the fuck out of that guy. And he handled it fine. He didn't cry. He didn't flip out. He didn't go on. Like he's the one that's like people, you know, they talk about he's a cuck, and, you know, like he's definitely on the more liberal side of things. But he didn't flip out. Like, he didn't do anything. Sean handled it like a fucking woman. And during that press conference, Sean went after Colby for being a bitch, but then immediately after, he was even more of a bitch. I don't know. I don't know who I fucking hate more right now, who I'm disappointed in more right now. Colby, Sean, fucking, I don't know. I'm Team Dricus, dude. I'm Team Dricus all the way. Fuck Sean. Like, I like him. I still like him. He's entertaining. I appreciate any fighter who tries to make it entertaining. Like at the 296 press conference, when Colby came out, I started smiling and laughing. I was like, oh my God, finally we have someone who's trying to entertain me. Holy shit, none of these motherfuckers give a shit at all about entertaining me. Colby's actually trying. Thank God, dude. Thank fucking God. Another thing about the best moments in the history of press conferences, by far. Oh, it's so gross, dude. So before, the previous best moment was Sean and Izzy. when Sean telling like, go get him, Alex. That was one of the best press conference moments ever. But this one surpassed it with Colby and Tony. I'm not okay. So during that moment, I had a gravity bull packed, and I was lighting it right when Colby and Tony were starting to go after each other. And I'm laughing, and then it swaps, and all of a sudden, like in the span of like 10-15 seconds, they go from mortal enemies to best friends. It's the greatest fucking. I had to pause it, and I couldn't even smoke my bowl for like a minute because I was crying with laughter so hard because I was like trying to figure out how I went from such brutal trash talk to such I'm rooting for you like broski friendship. That was the best fucking thing I've ever fucking seen. Easily the best moment in any press conference. One of my favorite UFC moments, period, let alone press conference. I was dying. That was the funniest fucking shit. It was so fucking random, dude. It was so fucking random. Like Colby was going after Tony so hard, and Tony was going after Colby so fucking hard. And then, but I think it started with Colby going. He's like, "Dude, you're American. I'm still rooting for you, bro." And then Tony's like, "Well, I'm rooting for you too, bro." And it very quickly turned into like the most wholesome fucking thing I've ever fucking seen. That was beautiful. We need more people in press conferences that actually try to fucking make it interesting. We need people more. We need more Sean's and Colby's, even though they're in my doghouse right now. I still love them and appreciate them for trying to entertain me. That's all this is. At the very end of the day, for all of us who aren't fighting, this is just entertainment. This is just a fucking pass the time before we fucking die. You know, like that's all this fucking is. So whoever makes it the most entertaining, that's who I'm going to root for. Which is why I'll never fucking root for Leon Edwards. Hold on, let me go back. Yes, that was the Bison's influence. Yeah, 100%. I know. Oh, what's up, Inspector? How's it going? Sorry, I wasn't reading chat. I'm a little drunk right now. I want a WWF promo done on me. TLC match. Okay, Inspect. Okay, I'll do a promo on you, but I don't know who you are, Inspect. Like, do I know who you are? Like, Inspector. Like, are you like who? What was your main? I'm sure you know me. I mean, I'm sure we had interactions with each other, but I don't know who you are. Like, if you tell me who you are, I'll cut a promo on you. I've been thinking about starting cutting promos again, just because it's really fun to. It's really fun to cut promos. The only reason why I haven't and why I don't is because I want to cut a promo. Hi, baby. He already says hi. I want to cut a promo, but then I want to fight. Like, I don't want to just cut a promo and then nothing. Like what happened with Juru last time. Like, I cut that promo on like the slight tiny % chance hope that we would actually fight, or there'd be some sort of contest or physical or whatever. Like, it was just a hope. Because otherwise I'm just shooting my shit into the fucking ether. Like, there's no point. I want to fight. I like fighting. So that's a reason why I don't. But if you this is my first live. I became a fan after Musical and Wheelchair Drew. Oh, nice, man. Okay. All right. Well, you're gonna have to give me stuff to cut a promo on you. But yeah, like I want to fight. Like, I want to fight someone in Jerusalem. Like, I would love to fight Musical. I would love to fight Rigo. I would love to fight Juru. I would love to fight all three of those guys at the same fucking time. If any of you guys can set that up, I swear to fucking God. Swear to God. And I'm fucking drunk right now. But I swear to God that I'm probably going to get my ass kicked in that scenario 3-on-1. But if we can handicap it fairly, like let's say Rigo round 1, Musical round 2, Juru round 3 or something like that, I'm down for that. I'm totally down for that. Like, I'll fight any of you motherfuckers. I don't care. I want to. I genuinely want to. And I have not been able to fight at all for the last 4 months, period, which fucking is horrible. But that might be another reason why I haven't cut a promo. But they botched I started doing blood donations this summer. My first one went great. I did it for heart reasons and health reasons. First one went fine. Second one, they botched the fuck out of it. And it took, my entire arm was black. I'm not kidding. From like here to here, it was black for like an entire month. and it took about I'd say about 3 months to heal properly. It happened in August, and then around November-ish, it healed. But then I re-injured it just carrying fucking groceries. So I don't know, like they fucked up a nerve, and I haven't been able to punch with my left hand in 4 months. It's fucking horrible. It's also made me a little bit fucking angsty. Like I'm used to fucking hitting shit. I still hit shit sometimes with my right hand, but it's not the same thing. It's just fucking whack, 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 whack. You know, it's different if you can only do it with fucking one side. But anyways, yes, I would love to beat the shit out of Musical. I would love to beat the shit out of Juru. I would love to beat the shit out of Guru. I would love to beat the shit out of him. I would fucking love that. And Rigo. And I have zero doubt in my mind that one-on-one, I'd beat the hell out of any of these people. Any of them. Guru would be interesting because he is like 100 pounds bigger than me. But I do know that skill for skill, he's not going to be better than me because I've been training recently. In the past 2 years, I know I have way more training under my belt than he does. And I know I'm just tougher than him. This is going to sound maybe cocky or weird, but like I know I have that dog in me. Like I always suspected I had that dog in me, but now I know I have that dog in me. And like I genuinely, the more I sparred, the more I liked fighting, and the more I realized, oh shit, this is actually something I could do for as like a living or anything, but it's something that I can compete in, you know, like I'm not out of my elements, you know, getting my ass kicked. I can handle it. Unlike Colby, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. I'm nowhere near fucking Colby. However, there is a 0% chance I would ever choke that hard in a moment that meant that much to me. There's a 0% chance that would ever happen to me. Like if that was me, Leon's probably taking my head off in the first 10 seconds. But there is no fucking chance that I'm fighting like that. No fucking chance. No fucking chance. Where have we gone? So you saw the picture of bison in buffalo territory? South Africa. I did. Yeah. Guru's got a strange physique. He's like a cog. He's got like a super wide torso, but his arms and his legs they're not very thick. He's got like the arms and legs of a 160-pound man, but the torso of a 300-pound man. That's what he looks like to me. Super pacey, but he lives in London, so you're gonna be pacey. But I thought it was cool that that was cool that Drickus and Simon invited him and stuff. That's fucking awesome. Like I didn't see like a whole bunch of shit. You'd beat Musical. Okay, so Musical has some jujitsu things. So if Musical took me down, it could be if Juru. No, Juru's first off, Juru would never fight me. 50-50 with Rigo is fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. So I don't want to shit on Rigo too much. Like I don't have any beef with him. But I stopped watching Rigo a few months ago for many reasons. But one of the main reasons was because he in a live stream he literally said in a live stream that he'd been in over a dozen street fights or some shit. But the way he said it was such an obvious lie because someone was calling him out for being a pussy. He acts too much like a tough guy. Like he doesn't ever admit that he gets that. I don't know. There's something about him. You can just tell he's never been in a fight in his life. I guarantee you, Rigo's never been in a fight in his life. So if you think me and Rigo are 50-50, me and Rigo are the exact same size, I would say I haven't been able to work out in 4 fucking months, dude. Literally at all. Look at this shit. Do you actually think Rigo would have a chance against me? This is me deflated. This is me not working out. This is me drunk. And I would say I'm a slightly bigger than Rigo. He has no fight experience, and he lies about his fight experience. The only thing Rigo has on me is more rage. I have rage. Rigo has a level of rage that's almost unmatched. Rigo's rage is kind of like when the gun gets turned around on Colby or Sean and they flip out. That type of rage. I have rage, but I don't think it's that level. So Rigo would have that on me, but I just think I punched Rigo once. if he doesn't get knocked out, he's gonna. I just don't see him handling it well. I can just tell by the way he fucking talks. He doesn't. He would not handle it well. I don't think he would handle violence well. I don't think he would handle that level. Although me, like I said, me and Rigo are the same height, same weight. Allegedly, he weighs more than me. That's fucking bull. You can see. Look, there's no way he fucking weighs more than me, and I'm not a big guy. So I don't know. And Rigo went super demonic. That's the main reason why I stopped watching him. This is because I told him, like, I literally around 6,000 subs. I told him, like, dude, you got like fucking chill on this demonic shit. Like, they're gonna come after you just like they came after fucking everyone else I've ever seen on YouTube. Like, there is a cabal of fucking demonic bullshit on YouTube. And they came at, like, he didn't listen to my advice. And you see like there's a spot. I don't even watch many of his videos anymore, but occasionally I'll watch one. You can see like his mental health is deteriorating. And I worry about him, but at the same time, I kind of just want to beat the shit out of him. I don't know. I like it. Rigo's a smart guy. He makes good content. Maybe it's just because he's the closest person to me. He's around my size. That's a big part of it. He's just a guy in the community who's not that far away, who is my size, and I know for a fact I'd beat the shit out of. But I kind of would rather fight someone who I wouldn't know for sure, like Musical. So Musical, I don't. If it was a boxing match, 100 billion% sure I would beat the shit out of Musical. I don't think any of you would disagree. If it was an MMA match, I'm like 90% sure I'd win because, I mean, normally I don't drink. I'm drinking right now, but normally I don't drink. I take pretty good care of myself, usually. He drinks, he smokes, he's 42, he's gray as fuck. Who knows when the last time he worked out? But he has half a year of jiu-jitsu under his belt, you know? So if he took me down, like there's a possibility of that. So that fight would actually interest me more. However, he lives in England. He's never coming to America, so that's it kind of ruins it for me. My hands are the same size in a fight. Wait, your hands are the same. Wait, what do you mean your hands are the same? His same size as mine? Let's see. I wonder if Guru will actually show pad hitting footage. Probably not, dude. Guru. Well, based on his experience, I guess I haven't listened to him in years. So I don't know if he started training again, but from what I know, Guru, he hasn't really trained his hands in years and years and years. So he's not going to fucking look good. I've been boxing up until 4 months ago. I've been boxing for 2 years, and I still don't look very good on the pads. Like, it's hard. It's actually a skill. Like, I don't look horrible, but I don't look like a natural, you know? Like, I'm not, technique and like fluidity are not my strong suits with boxing, at least yet. Okay, maybe you beat Rigo, but I don't know, it's close. How? Okay, so Rigo has the rage on me, and he has a good jawline. Rigo has a very distinct jawline. He might be able to take a punch from me. I just, like, I know I have power, and I know I have the ability to push through pain and the ability to push through getting my ass beat. Rigo's never been in that situation. And I'm not saying he doesn't have that ability. I'm saying I don't know if he has that ability, and I definitely know that he doesn't know that he has that ability. And I just know personally, like when I found out that I do have that ability, which is not that long ago, like it gave me some confidence. So, and I know that he doesn't have that. So I really, what's Rigo going to do? He's never been, I don't know if he's ever fucking thrown a punch, dude. Like, I honestly, I think there's a 50% chance a fight with Rigo would look something like this. I think that's how Rigo would fight. You definitely lose to Guru, though, not trying to be rude. But how would I, okay, so yes, Guru is 100 pounds bigger than me. So, like, I don't take offense to that. Obviously, like, if you just look at us, you'd be like, yeah, Guru's a bigger guy. But I don't, no. Guru definitely does not, no. I will concede that there are a lot of universes where Guru could beat me. I will not concede a Guru KO or TKO within 1 minute. There's no way. There's no way, because I wouldn't fight Guru in a way that would allow me to get KO'd within a minute. Like, I would stay on the outside. I would just try to wear him out. Guru's gonna have the worst fucking cardio. So if I were to fight Guru, like in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, like this first round or like the first round and a half, I'm just gonna fucking wear him out. I'm just gonna stay on the outside, jab the fuck out of him, jab his belly, and stay the fuck away from him. You know, like I Guru would not finish me within a round. Maybe he would finish me if he somehow had more cardio than I like thought he would. But there was 0% chance that he's finishing me within a minute because I wouldn't fight in a way that would allow him to. I just it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. And like I said, like well, it depends also too. Like if we're talking about, so I'm thinking boxing right now. MMA, maybe he takes me down and smashes me. I'll give you that for sure. I'll 100% give you that. That's a possibility. But just boxing, I'm just thinking boxing match, 0%, 0% chance, 0% chance. I haven't sparred anyone like as hefty as Guru, but I sparred people taller than him and like more skilled than him, I'm sure. And I got my ass kicked, but I didn't get knocked out. So yeah, Guru's not knocking me out. Isn't Musical like 40? I think. Yeah, I mean he's gray as shit. I think you beat him pretty easily. Yeah, well for me in Musical, I think well, yeah, he's 40. He's a dad. He has a horrible diet. He smokes like a chimney. He fucking drinks a lot. You know, he's got skinny fat. He's got like no muscle insertions at all. He's just skinny fat, and he's a soy Brit, dude. Like I personally have. Maybe it's just my my cognitive bias against Brits. Not a big fan of Brits. But I don't think. Yeah. So Musical's 35, but Musical's 40, but I'm 35. It's not like I'm that much younger than him. But my 35, I'm guessing, is a lot different than Musical when he was 35, you know? Because I've actually been taking care of myself the last 6-7 years, you know? And in between, like I did a whole bunch of stupid shit when I was younger, but in between those periods of stupid shit, I would do my best to take care of myself. So I'm 35, but I feel like genetically I'm not even 30. I'm probably like 29 or something like that. Did you see Guru next to Drickus? I did. Absolutely mobbed Drickus. I wouldn't say that. It was the angle. So Guru was closer to the camera than Drickus was, and the camera's from below. So from that angle, yeah, it looks like it. But Guru's probably like an inch. I would say an inch and a half bigger than Drickus. Drickus is a big dude. Drickus is like a solid 6'1" and fucking jacked as fuck. He's a fucking tank. I would say physically, Drickus is one of the most impressive fighters in the UFC. Period. So Guru's a few inches taller, like inch and a half, 2 inches taller maximum. I don't think he's 2 inches taller. I would say inch and a half. But physique wise, like I wouldn't say that's really mobbing. Like yeah, I'm 5'11". I'm trying to think. I was going to use Juru as an example. That's a horrible example because I am bigger than him too. I'm trying to think of someone like thicker than me. Who's a shorter, thicker guy? Okay, so Josh Emmett. He's like 5'8", right? If I stood next to him, like I'm gonna tower over him, but I'm not mogging him. He's way thicker than me. You know what I mean? It's like, so to say like Guru mog fucking Drickus, I disagree with that. Like Drickus is way more in shape, way stronger. Yeah. Thoughts on Colby's performance yesterday? Okay, Zoomer. So I talked about this earlier, but I'll talk about it again. It made me fucking hate Colby. Not hate, but it made me sick to my stomach. I mean, I lost all my money, so like it made me fucking sick to my stomach. He had no excuse. Like all the cards were lined up perfectly for Colby to win. This was his best chance to win a championship by far. He's not going to get another opportunity like this. He's just not. He's just he shit the bed. I don't know what to say. Like his corner sucks. Fuck his corner. He needs he needs an actual team. He can't go back to ATT, I know, but he has to go to a team that's actually going to teach him how to fucking strike, because his striking has gotten loads worse since he left ATT. When he first left ATT, I noticed like there was a slight decrease in, I would say, his defensive awareness and striking. But now after all these years off and shit, and you see like he's been with these guys he's been with now for years at MMA Masters. He's been with them for years now, and you can see the effect it's had on his striking. He has no defensive awareness. Like he never keeps his hands. Like it never even looks like he's looking for the shots coming his way, which is so fucking strange and so fucking like I don't know. As a striker myself, like that's the first thing I fucking do. That's the first thing you're taught as a striker is not how to strike. It's how to look and how to defend against strikes being thrown at you. That's the most important thing is to defend yourself at all times. It's literally the most important thing in all fucking striking is to like keep everything in front of you and like looking at everything and make sure you got your defenses up. By far, that's the most important thing. And that has plummeted since Colby left AT&T. So I hope, dear God, that he finds a new team. I don't think he will. Because it seems like him and his coaches now, it seems like they have a good relationship, but they're clearly not good coaches. He's been a declining fighter ever since he switched camps, and that hurts. That fucking hurts me because I want nothing more than to see Colby Chaos Covington making welterweight great again. Welterweight has been shit since Robbie Lawler. It's been fucking shit since Robbie Lawler. How long ago was that, dude? How long ago was that? How fucking long ago was that? Like 7 years? I don't even remember, dude. I want to say it was like 7 or 8 years ago. I think it was before I even moved to Ohio. It's insane. It's fucking insane. It wears on my soul because welterweight's a premier division. Fucking Tyron and then Kamaru and then Leon, like three of my least favorite fighters. I mean, at least like I can say this about Leon, like as a person, I don't hate him. Like he doesn't bother me so much as a person. I just want to see him dead like Tyron and Kamaru. But he's such a fucking, he's nothing, dude. Oh, my, Larry's taking a shit right now. That's a good one. But he's such a boring, like he's nothing, dude. Like it's crazy because he allegedly has such a crazy childhood growing up. You would think that would create a personality. But Leon has no personality, and he's got the stupidest Kermit the Frog voice ever. And he's a good fighter, but he usually fights to the level of his opponents. He never brings it to his opponents. He never once, I don't think ever, has brought it to his opponent. When he could, he has the skills to. He genuinely has the skills to be an exciting fighter in the ring. And he has the background to probably be an exciting fighter outside the ring, but he's neither. He's fucking neither. So I'm not a fan of Leon Scott at all. I don't hate, like I said, I don't hate him, but it's always been a big fucking get the fuck away from we need an exciting fighter at welterweight. Is Shavkat our fucking, and Shavkat wasn't even fucking entertaining against, oh my God, I'm gonna go off against this. Shavkat wasn't even fucking entertaining against Thompson, who's like stylistically one of the best matchups he could ever fucking have. He just wrestle fucks. He just not wrestle fucks. That's a bad term. Because he didn't wrestle. He clinch fucked him or cage fucked him. I think it's probably better. Just when you fucking hold someone against the cage. This is why we need to get rid of the fucking cage. Keep the octagon, 8-sided ring. Period. MMA gets 30% better immediately once you get rid of the cage. Immediately. Let me go back to shit. Okay. Colby looks super nervous. Yeah, he did. He looked nervous, but like when Colby first walked out, the first second, literally the first second, I saw the demon come out, and then it was like, and I was like, oh my God, there it is. And then it went, it was weird. It was the exact opposite of what happened with Izzy. When I saw that demon with Izzy, it was like I saw it originally and then expanded. With Colby, I was like, I saw it for a second and then it contracted. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, well, I saw the demon. It must, like, I fired my fucking bet. So I have a few theories as to what happened, like, behind the scenes. Maybe there was, like, some other, like, who knows, ritual that Colby just, like, wasn't cool with that cost him that. But I don't fucking know. Or maybe he just fucking shit the fucking bed. I really don't know. How much was the wager? 400. No, 450. I lost $450, Inspector. I wagered my entire FanDuel account. Stupidly! Fucking stupidly! And I probably wouldn't have, but I made couple bets earlier in the day that weren't great. They weren't even fun. I almost never, I would say 99% of the time, the only bets I make are my bets. Like I'm part of a lot of Discord groups where they share their bets and they share their things that they see in sports and everything. And I almost never take those. Almost never, just because like they generally don't work out for me, no matter how good the information is. But I decided to today or yesterday. I don't know why. And there was a couple NBA games and yeah, it was NBA. It was NBA. A couple NBA games that I bet on and lost. So I was already in the hole a little bit, and I was expecting to regain my losses with the Colby. So I was like, oh fuck it, I'll just do the whole thing because I have all these methods of determining who's going to win a fight, and Colby checked off every single fucking box. That's the thing. He checked off every single fucking box, and he would have won. It was on a silver fucking plate for him. That was the worst Leon Edwards we've ever seen. I will go to that with my grave. That was the worst Leon Edwards we've ever seen. He fought like a retard. Just Colby fought way worse. He just shit the bed. He fucking shit the bed. What kind of brewski is that? Oh, so this is not a brewski. This is just sparkling water. And this is rum. So I'm drinking rum right now and chasing it with orange sparkling water. Because when I drink, and like normally when you drink, like you have beer or wine or you have hard alcohol and you chase it with something sugary, the extra sugar, the extra carbs, they make me feel way worse. But if I chase it with just sparkling, just something flavored that has no carbs in it, no sugar in it, I feel way better. So that's my strategy these days. Colby seems pretty content with his current situation. Fight once every year or every other year and bounce back and come back. I don't think that's going to be the situation now, Lurker. I'm pretty sure he's going to come back as soon as he possibly can, because after that performance, I mean, I can't speak for him, but if I laid an egg like that, I would want to be on the fucking next fucking fight card. I'd be like, I'd be calling Dana right now, like, get me on the fucking January fucking 297. Get me on there. We're at the latest 300. I think we probably see Colby at 300. That's my prediction, because the type of Colby. One of the reasons why I like him so much, other than the entertainment value, is that you can tell that he works so fucking hard and he cares so fucking much. You can tell that he works harder than 95 to 99%, maybe even more, of the other fighters that are doing this as a career. You can tell. You can tell with his cardio. You can tell with his pace that this guy works his fucking ass off. So that's another reason why I pulled for him. But I forgot why I'm even fucking saying this right now. Yeah, why am I'm sorry, I fucking lost my train of thought. But yeah. So Colby is I think he's gonna come back soon. I don't think there's gonna be another layoff. If there is another layoff, if he waits another year, his career is over. His career is over, fucking over. He cannot wait more than 4 months, in my opinion. He needs three fights in 2024, at least 3, maybe 4. If he can win 3 or 4 fights in the next year, boom, title shot. He can get another one. He has the ability to do it. And I'm sure in his mind he thinks he can. So that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm hoping for, anyways. Do I think Drickus beats Strickland? Yes, I do. Before all this shit, I was leaning Drickus anyways. But after seeing Sean fucking flip out 2 days in a row, fucking 2 days at the press conference, and then after the press conference, and then at the fight. So basically, it's like three different scenarios within a 24-hour period where Sean Strickland acts like a total fucking bitch because of Drickus du Plessis. And I was already leaning Drickus anyway in the matchup. I gotta go Drickus. And just an extra thing, there's certain fighters, there's certain just people that their aura is insane. Like when I see them, I'm actually taken aback by it. And ever since Drickus beat Whitaker, he has amped like his level of self-confidence, like whatever's going on in his mind, it's good. I know that. Like you can just see it. You can see it in his aura. Like he's got such a strong fucking presence. In the video clip when they show Strickland like firing the gun back to Drickus, like when I saw that, like the thing that stuck out to me, I wasn't even watching Strickland because Dricus's aura was so fucking strong. Like you see all these people in the crowd, Dricus stands out. Like he stands out. You can whatever Dricus has got going on right now, you can tell it's very fucking good. I would not bet against that man. Probably against anyone. I think he's probably the best middleweight right now, in my opinion. And I'm talking about not in terms of overall skill, but in terms of where they're at physically and mentally. I just feel like Dricus is fucking hitting on all cylinders. You saw what he did to fucking Whittaker. Would not be surprised if he did that to Strickland. Obviously, Strickland can weather the storm and put the pace on him in later rounds. That's a possibility. But after seeing, like, I don't see Sean being able to do that when he's so fucking emotional, you know? Sean has that ability to do that physically. But if you're that emotional, if Dricus has gotten under your skin that much and we're a month out or like a month and a half out before that fight, he's already that much under his skin. I don't see it working out well for Sean. I never thought Sean was going to be a long-term champion anyways. But I think Dricus is like probably like one of the worst matchups you could possibly have. So yeah, I'm on Dricus all day, and I'm rooting for Dricus. You can't fucking shit on. You can't be that much of an asshole. Like he's a lovable asshole, but asshole nonetheless. Sean has been an asshole to so many people. You can't be that big of an asshole to people, and then be mad when people are an asshole to you. Like that just rubs me the wrong way. Ian not being on the card, maybe the card. Oh my god, Lurker. Ian not being on the card killed me because I was on the Luque side. I was when the fight first got announced, I was like, oh my god, Gary all day. But the more I thought about it, just stylistically, and then all the other shit that came on top of it, all the fucking Gary backlash and all the pressure he's putting on himself, and the fact that Luque has been training with him and he knows him. I'm 99% sure Luque not only beats him, I think Luque would have finished him. And I'm pissed off because it ruined my fantasy card. I was in it was a free thing from DraftKings, but it was a pretty big card. Like if you won, you got $1,000. So it was like a pretty big thing. And I had the best fucking lineup, but the lineup was with Luque. And Luque was like one of the lowest. He was like $6,700. Like it was really, really low salary. And that's what made me pick all the other fighters I want to pick that ended up doing really well. But I couldn't replace him with anyone else. Turns out I could have. Turns out I probably could have, like Emmett or something. But I was not confident enough to do that. But anyways, yeah. Gary pulling out of that fight, it cost me money for sure. But also just the hype behind it. I really think Luque was going to beat him. Now, this isn't prime. 100% Luque, prime Luque beats this Gary. I have no doubt in my mind. I like Gary's very good. I don't like Gary at all, but as a fighter, I respect him obviously, but I rate him very highly. I don't know how good he is because we haven't seen him against a wrestler, but and I suspect he's probably not going to do great against the Colby Covingtons and the Kamaru Usmans of the world. Or the Shavkats. I don't see him beating any of those guys. But we don't know. We don't fucking know because we haven't fucking seen it. But even with Luque, like the more I thought about it, I'm like, Luque's a fucking killer, dude. Like he's a fucking finisher. I could totally see two scenarios. I could see Luque just fucking catching him with a fucking hook, or I could see Luque taking him down and submitting him. Like both scenarios seemed very likely to me. And with all the other shit going on, I don't know. That was my like main underdog pick. It killed me when Gary pulled out. It fucking killed me. And now they're not even gonna fucking fight. And now it's fucking it's Neil versus Gary, which is fine. I'm fine with that. But I wanted to see Luque. I thought Luque had the style to beat Gary, and Luque's he's just such a good guy. Gary, I forgot exactly what he did, but he basically compared himself to Jesus in like an unfavorable, like in a very kind of like condescending way. Like Luque's Brazilian, dude. Like Brazilians love their Jesus. Like that's their entire existence is Jesus. So I personally I don't really like all's fair and fucking trash talking whatever, but I just don't understand why Gary was trash talking Luke out of all people, who's if they had no interaction with each other before, but they were training partners, they were friends. And Luke, even after all that, he never said anything bad about Gary at all, and he still said, "I hope he comes back and trains with us one day." Like, Luke is such a fucking good guy. Like, he's might be the nice. Everyone says Thompson's the nicest guy. No, fuck. Thompson is fake nice. Luke is real nice. Luke is a legitimate good guy. He might be one of the nicest, best human beings in the entire UFC. He's like that Glover Teixeira type, where you can just tell, you can see the goodness of their soul come out. So when Gary was shitting on his religion, like, it rubbed me the wrong way, you know. And I'm not Christian, but although, I mean, in some respects I am Christian. I feel like I'm more Christian than a lot of Christians. In other respects, I'm not Christian at all. But either way, it just bothered me. It's like, why the fuck are you shit talking Luke? He's such a good dude. He's just such a nice guy. But yeah, fuck Ian Gary, dude. Fuck that guy. Good fighter though. Does Ian Gary ever recover from being cucked so hard? So here's the thing, Zoomer. Here's the thing. That and Rigo did a video on this a long time ago, but Ian Gary's trajectory is straight up and straight down. So Ian Gary is going to do great, and he's going to continue to do great until he meets his first loss. And I was pretty sure that his first loss was going to be against Luque. But I think he beats Neil. I do think he beats Neil. Just stylistically, Neil doesn't fucking take people down. I could see Neil catching him because, Neil's got fucking, obviously he's got those hands of stone. But stylistically, I think it's a more favorable matchup for Gary. And Neil has shown in the past that he doesn't do great with people longer than him. So I'm guessing Gary beats Neil, but he's going to hit a point. He's going to hit somewhere. I don't know who it is or where it is, but he's going to hit a point where he loses. And whenever that is, it's going to be the worst spiral of all time. Like, I'm calling it now. His rise is going to be meteoric, and his fall is going to be exactly the same. That's my prediction of him. And Rigo had a video of it, and I agree 100% with everything he said in that video. And I feel bad for Gary, even though he's annoying as fuck. I feel bad for him because he's being preyed upon by a piece of shit, and he has a baby with her. So it's not like he can't get away from her, I guarantee you he didn't sign a prenup. So she's going to get at least 50% of everything he has eventually. And you can just tell he's very immature. He's very young, and he doesn't perceive everything at the most baseline reality. Like, he's just young. He just doesn't have experience. So I feel bad for him. I really feel bad for him because that's a top level athlete that's going to be taken down by a wag. And that's not cool. That's not fucking cool. Grapple grapes. A lot of grapple graping. It's okay, baby brother. It happens. I don't know what you're referring to, but I'm probably talking about me being drunk. French potato. What's that, French potato? I remember the night before Leon KO'd Usman, some guy was in a live chat telling everyone to bet Leon by 5th round KO and that the fix was in. His name was Rocky. Are you serious, French potato? Are you serious? I mean, that sounds very believable. I might be drunk, and that's why I'm believing it right now, but that sounds believable. I mean, well, here's the thing. So before, just to relate that to some other sporting things, before Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles, which I think was totally fake, someone tweeted an hour beforehand, Aaron Rodgers is going to tear his Achilles like in the first quarter of the game, and then his account got banned. That happened an hour before that actually happened. So, yeah, I mean, I personally believe that most, if not all, sporting events are rigged or scripted to some degree. I watch and I like MMA the most because I feel like it's the least scripted, but there's totally a scenario, a possibility where everything we just saw and everything we've ever seen this entire year, since I've fucking been alive, has been scripted and some energetic level. That's a possibility. It's just a hell of a lot less obvious. If you watch any fucking NFL game at all, which I don't because for this very reason, because it's so fucking obvious it's scripted as fuck, it just feels fake. And then you watch MMA, it feels real. So that's why I like MMA. It's the reason why it's the only sport I keep up with. I'll bet other sports. I bet I bet fucking I'll bet anything. I don't fucking care what it is. But I only watch MMA and Power Side because it's the only thing that actually feels real. I'm getting really drunk. I used the sparkling ice, I think it's called, 5 calories. Nice. Yeah, this is pure sparkle. Actually, I got this at the Dollar Tree. I'm not, even though I'm not a fan of Andrew Tate, he's definitely a CIA asset, 100%. I do like sparkling water. I'm a fan of sparkling water, especially as a chaser, because I don't like sugary chasers. I don't want to fucking add on to my hangover I'm gonna have tomorrow. Put Colby on UFC 300. Yeah, Zoomer, I believe Colby versus Thompson at 300, or Colby versus, if they don't give the title shot to Shavkat, maybe Shavkat versus Colby. Although I'm not sure Colby takes that fight. That would be a fight I would love to see. And I don't know. Judging off Dana White's reaction on the press conference, because when Colby was the backup fighter, he's like, after Usman Edwards 3 took place, he's like, yeah, Colby's next fight, 100%. He was the backup fighter. He made weight. He's 100%. In this press conference, they asked, so is Bilal getting the next title shot for sure? And he's like, let's talk about that. So I don't think Bilal's getting the next title shot, which is awesome, by the way. Fuck Bilal. I hate that guy. I would have no one to root for in Bilal versus Leon. Who the fuck who do you root for? They both are fucking garbage when it comes to entertainment value. I guess I'd root for Leon, but I'm not a fan of either. So hopefully it goes to Shavkat, or maybe Ian Gary brutally knocks out Jeff Neal, and it goes and it's Ian Gary versus Leon Edwards. I could see that. I'd be more interested in that fight for sure. So there's a lot of possibilities. Him versus Poirier. Oh, dude, Colby versus Poirier would be fucking awesome, but Poirier ain't taking that fight. I guarantee you Poirier ain't taking that fight. And I guarantee you Colby would not fight that way versus Poirier. There's a 0% chance that Colby would shit the bed versus Poirier. Colby beats Poirier 100 times out of 100. I have zero doubt in my mind about that. What demon did you see? Which Colby? Oh, so if you go back and watch the fight, watch the entrance. So right when Colby's entrance music plays, I swear it's the first second and a half when the camera is first on Colby as he's coming out. Just look at his aura. Look at his aura. It's fucking demonic. He has a look in his eyes. It's fucking demonic, and it's very expansive, and it contracts immediately. It's like, and which is the exact opposite of what happened with Izzy when he beat Pereira. It was like the super demonic thing, and then it expanded. It's hard to describe if you I view things in a very different way than most people. I meditate every single fucking day for years and years. I see things. Not only do I see the physical realm of things, I see the energetic realm of things. But when I saw that Colby, for that first half second, I was like, oh, the demon's there. Let's fucking go. But I have a few theories, but I think the difference is like Colby actually does have a soul. Colby, there's a limit to what Colby will do to win a belt. Whereas Izzy, there is no limit to what he will fucking do to win a belt. I think that's the main difference. Or maybe just Colby just shits him. Maybe Colby's just mentally fucking weak. That could be the difference too. It could have nothing to do with morality or how good of a person you are. Colby could just be a fucking weak ass fucking person. That's very possible. Strickland is definitely a transitionary champ. Yeah, that was the first thought I had when he won. I was like, he beats. I do think if he fought Izzy again, I think he beats Izzy again. But I don't see it. First off, the UFC does not want him as champ, so that works against him. In any close decision, if DDP and Sean fight in a super, super close decision, it's 48-47 either way, it's going to DDP 100%. So that kind of weighs against Sean, and he doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't strike me as oh fuck. He doesn't have the aura. He doesn't have the presence, the mentality, the mindset of a long-term champ. Like compare GSP or Anderson Silva or John Jones and then Sean Strickland. Like it's different. It's fucking different. But then compare those people with DDP. I think DDP could be one of those long range champions. The only issue is you got Bo Nickel coming up. And I think Bo Nickel's going to be a fucking problem for everybody, for literally everybody. For a while, I was thinking, oh, Bo versus Hamzat, that could be fucking interesting. No, dude. No, Bo would fucking murder Hamzat. After seeing what Hamzat did versus Usman, I don't even rate Hamzat that highly anymore. Like, that was a short notice, up a weight class, no fucking preparation at all. Usman basically beating Hamzat at middleweight. Hamzat's got no cardio. We didn't really know that, but now we saw it. He has no fucking cardio. Now we don't technically know if Bo Nickel has cardio in MMA, but he's like one of the best wrestlers of all fucking time. I guarantee you he has got fucking cardio. I have no doubt in my mind that Bo Nickel would beat Hamzat. And Bo versus DDP, I think that's going to be a future title fight for sure. Bo versus DDP. And I don't know who wins. Like, I'd have to see more of Bo before I make that call. But I think the next long-term middleweight champion is going to be either DDP or Bo. It's one of those two. It's definitely not Strickland. It's not going to be Izzy reclaiming the title. And it's not going to be Whitaker. Thompson bugs me, douchebag under the surface. I can say, yeah, he's just fake. I don't want to say necessarily douchebag. Maybe he's a douchebag. But it's fake niceness. That is not how a genuine nice person acts. That's how a fake nice person acts. And it's just my read on the situation. But when you look at Vicente Luque, when you look at Glover Teixeira, who's out, Bryce Mitchell, those guys, genuine nice guys. When you hear them talk, there's something about them where you're like, holy shit, this is a good guy. You can't help but root for that person. When Thompson talks, I literally shudder. I'm like, oh God, he says the things that he knows. He's basically Colby Covington. If Colby Covington's whole shtick was being nice instead of being entertaining. That's how I view it. It's a fake persona. He says the things he thinks people want. He thinks people want to hear said. That's the best way I can put it. It's not. It's all calculated. It's not real. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Thompson and his dad had like 5 child bodies in their basement. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type. It's too nice. It's same with Michael Chandler. Same with Michael Chandler. Now, I like Michael Chandler as a fighter, but you can tell it's a fake nice. That's not a real nice person. He's not a nice person. He acts like a nice person. It's a big difference. And I still like Michael Chandler besides that, because I just think he's an entertaining fighter. But it's fake. It's not real. I can't actively root for that because I know it's not real. And I think MMA people in general, but I think MMA fans in particular are more keyed in onto what's authentic and what's not. Because I remember when Jones was coming up, I still, and I will always love Jones as a fighter. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time. But when he was coming up, I fucking hated him so much because he was so fake. And everyone hated him so much because he was such a fake nice guy. And eventually, all his shit came out. And that's when I actually started liking him. I was like, okay, this is the real Jones. The real douchebag asshole Jones who fucking, pop a few rounds in the fucking sky. That's actual him. That's him. And we saw that, and now I like once I saw that, I was like, okay, that's real Jones. I can get behind that. I wouldn't want to fucking hang around that all the time, but that's him. I think MMA fans, and I know me personally, like I value authenticity more than anything else. And if you're an authentic douchebag, I will get behind that. If you're an authentic nice guy, I'll get behind that. As long as you're authentic. The only exception is Colby Covington because he's trying to entertain it. Colby is not an actual asshole, I don't think. I think for the most part, he's a pretty good guy. I don't want to say he's like a great guy, but I think he's a pretty good guy. But the only reason why I like Colby and is not authentic is because I know that he's trying to entertain me. Like, it's all for entertainment value. And so if entertainment supersedes authenticity, so it's entertainment first, then authenticity, and then everything else. So if you're a super entertaining fighter inside and outside the cage, that's the most important thing for me in terms of if I like you, if I'm going to root for you. That's why Tony Ferguson will always be my favorite fighter of all time, because when he was in his prime, inside the cage, there was no one more entertaining. Outside the cage, there was no one more entertaining. So yeah, that's my thing. I'm getting really fucking drunk right now. I'm gonna smoke a bowl too, so I'm gonna be drunk and high for you guys. I don't know if I can drink any more of this shit. It is tasting really disgusting now. Andrew Tate has some Jewish handler. I believe Iggy Semmelweis, his name is. I don't trust anyone named Iggy. Not that it's surprising. It's always he was controlled. Oh, dude, Andrew Tate is the most obvious controlled opposition I think I've ever First off, he popped up out of fucking nowhere. No one knows his name, and all of a sudden, everyone knows his name. Those people you gotta fucking watch out for, anyways. But even his there's some things I agree with that he says, and there's some things I disagree with. But it's the way he speaks, super fucking way too flamboyant for my taste. I'll say that. Honestly, like the way he speaks, this might sound weird, but I think it's more flamboyant than Jordan Levitt. And I've actually kind of turned around on Jordan Levitt just because he actually is kind of funny. But that, I don't know, that zestiness, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of people who speak like that. It's just not for me, I guess. There's a certain demographic of people that will like it, and there's a certain demographic of people that won't like it, and I'm in the people that don't like it. And I feel like Andrew Tate, like his message, and then the way he acts and the way he speaks, and his shitty fucking hair plugs, like everything about him is like a mismatch of things that it's not congruent. Nothing about Andrew Tate to me is congruent. He's a personality. He's fake. He's not real. So I'm not a fan of him. Not a fan of him. Tate is obvious because he said his dad was. Yeah, that was part of it. Yeah, his dad was in the fucking CIA. He should not have ever said that. That was retarded. Like everyone fucking. I'm sure everyone who thinks like me, or anyone who has any sort of like level of, I don't want to say conspiratorial, but like that thinks differently about certain things. Like once he said his dad was seeing, I was like, oh, fucking light bulbs going off. I think Lex Friedman and possibly Joe Rogan are intelligence assets as well. Friedman for sure, because he came out of fucking another guy that came out of fucking nowhere. Joe Rogan, dude, I was just thinking about this I don't even know if I should say this because this is actually really, I don't know if I'm going to say it. Yeah, I'll agree with Joe Rogan being an asset. He wasn't always an asset. They got to him at some point. But I think, how do I say this without actually saying this? I think Joe Rogan's done a lot of, how do I put this? A certain type of ritual that Noam Chad likes to denounce a lot. I think that kind of encapsulates it decently. Noam Chad is very much against a certain type of person with their certain type of rituals. But I'm saying there's a way that, so, okay, and this is my evidence of this shit. This is my fucking evidence of this shit. During the Menafield Jacoby fight, almost the entire fucking fight, Joe Rogan is talking from the perspective of Menafield. And so was DC, but DC was kind of following along with Joe's lead, so it really wasn't DC's fault. DC always kind of follows along with Joe. Whatever Joe says, DC goes along with, which is why I fucking hate Joe Rogan on commentary. But it was all from Menafield's perspective. It was a very biased commentary perspective. It wasn't like, oh, Jacoby's doing this well. It's, oh, Menafield's not doing this. It was all from Menafield's perspective. Like 90% is from Menafield's perspective. It was really fucking bothering me. But in my opinion, there's a certain, I don't know how much I can say, but there's a certain type of fighter, the Benefield type of fighter, that the Joe Rogans really, they like a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Your Aljos, your Khalil Roundtrees, your Benefields. I'm sure you guys are getting the fucking hints. Joe's just a little too, what's the word for it? He's a little too friendly with them. He likes them a little too much. And I think something's gone on behind the scenes with Joe and those people. You know what I'm saying, right? You guys know what the fuck I'm saying. I think Joe does a lot of shit like that. And it bothers me because I can viscerally feel it. And it's disgusting. Has Guru been bought out? Guru was bought out since 13,000 subs. He's now meeting famous MMA fighters. Yeah, it's not the fact that he's meeting Drickus and Cameron Simon. I don't think. Guru literally said so himself. Like, he literally talked about it at 13,000 subs. And I remember like my heart sinking a little bit because I've seen this in other YouTubers, and I saw it with Guru, and then I saw it with Rigo. Like, I've seen it so much. It happens. You get to a certain level, and they fucking get you. And if they don't get you, then you're not going to get any higher than that level. It's really fucked up. Like, I really shouldn't be saying this because I'm on the same fucking platform. But yeah, Guru was bought out long ago. Like, I mean, I don't know how long you've been watching Guru, but if you watch his old streams, I don't know if they're even up anymore, but there's a big difference between his old streams and his new streams, which is why I haven't watched one Guru stream since like 50,000. I watched his 100,000 hair removal fucking reveal for like 5 minutes, and like that was it. Like, I cannot do Guru streams anymore. It's not even. I don't know how people think it's entertaining. I guess it's better than like Luke Thomas, but like I'm better than Luke Thomas. Hamzat has no ranked wins at middleweight. Hamzat is a not glass cannon, but Hamzat, if he can get you out in one round, watch out. Hamzat's a one and done type of guy. You know, he doesn't have the cardio, and maybe he can develop it, but right now, if he can't get you out in one round, he's going to have some fucking issues. And I just think there's a lot of fighters at middleweight. Sean Strickland, Drickus du Plessis, even Robert Whitaker and Bo Nickel and even Marvin Vittori. All these guys, Hamzat would not be able to get out within a round. He's losing. He's winning the first round, and then he's losing the fight. And if it's a 5-round fight, fucking forget about it. Fucking forget about it. So it sucks because when Hamzat was on the rise, I was like, oh my God, this guy was fucking like, he looked like the best prospect we've ever seen, but now he's been exposed. I mean, a fucking old shitty Kamaru Usman exposed him, and I have with DDP and Bo Nickel on the rise, I don't see Hamzat ever being a champion. He's got to start taking a lot of EPO or like really figuring out his cardio and his aggression in his later rounds, because he looks like shit past round one. He looks like he looks like the best fighter in the world in round one. I guess this is like the Conor McGregor. I guess he's kind of like the Chen Conor McGregor in that regard, where like he's got 6 minutes in the tank, and then after that he's got fucking nothing for you. So yeah, I'm not. He will be in the rankings for a very long time, no doubt. But those durable middleweights, like that, like even with imagine, okay, Hamzat, Vittori, 5-round fight. Who wins? Who wins? Chat, who wins? Vittori wins every single time. Every single fucking time. I'm about to go to Laguna Beach with my doggy and sip some Jack Daniels. Nice, dude. Oh, you live in California. Nice. I'm from California originally. Spent many days in Laguna Beach. I love Laguna Beach, especially Aliso Beach, Inspector. Fucking love Aliso Beach, the skin capital of the world. I used to skin there all the time. Great memories. Enjoy it, buddy. I own Rigo's parents. Gil and great Rigo 67-year-old. What's up, Pip? Rigo, I know you're an idiot. Rigo has it coming. So you're against Rigo now, Mr. Pip? I haven't seen you in a long time, Mr. Pip. I haven't been in any MMA streams, or I haven't done any of that shit in months.
So are you against Rigo now? Have you turned against Rigo too? Joe is just going to be used to promote certain things, but I don't think he's that seriously controlled or anything. I think he's controlled by the things he does, by the Menefield-esque things that he allows into his body. Let's put it that way. Freeman IQ is 100 tops. I can't speak on that. I've watched so little Lex Friedman because he has the charisma of a wet mott, you know. So even like I don't really get recommended his shit, but even when I YouTube used to like to try to recommend me his shit. Now I usually just say don't recommend, but even it would have to be such a unique and interesting guest and an interesting topic in a clip for me to click on that because he's so fucking boring, dude. It's hard for me to imagine someone getting to that level without expressing any level of personality. It's not like Huberman, where Andrew Huberman, he comes out of nowhere, but he's actually and he has a monotone, boring style and voice, but he's offering value. He's offering a lot of information and shit. So I don't think Huberman's controlled or anything like that because he has value. He has intrinsic value in his information and his style. Where Lex Friedman, he has no intrinsic value, in my opinion. Poo rituals. Yes, poo rituals. That's what I'm talking about, Lurker. Poo rituals. It's funny to me how a man so small and tiny as Rigo has such a big mouth. Oh my God. Yeah, Pib. That's one of the big reasons why I stopped watching him, because I couldn't handle. He's my size, right? He's my size, and he talks about he talked about being in multiple street. He said over a dozen street fights in his life, which I knew was bullshit. And there's when he talks to his chat about violence and stuff, you can just tell he's lying. You know, like he's got a lot of rage and shit, but he's just putting, like, he lies about his weight. He doesn't lie about his height. I guarantee you he's my height. He's 5'11". But he says he's like he said at one time he weighed like 180, 185. No, he fucking never did. He's a fucking nicotine addict, dude. Nicotine fucking increases your fucking metabolism. And he said that he used to do more when, like, he said, like, I don't remember exactly, but I remember him saying, like, his diet was like coffee and like cigarettes or something in college or whatever. You're gonna tell me that 140-pound Rigo now used to weigh 180 pounds when he smoked more cigarettes and fucking and drank more coffee? Like, no, that's not how it fucking works, dude. That's not how it fucking works. So that's what rubs me the wrong way. There's a lot of things rub me the wrong way. It's the demonic shit more than anything. It's the fact that he sold out. And he does get I don't know if it's recently because I haven't watched a Rigo video in a while, but for a while, it was literally every single week he would do one gay themed video, like the gayest fucking, I don't know, like division in the UFC, or Strickland's gay, or this person's gay, Dricus Duplessis is gay. He has like 10 of those videos. I'm not kidding. I thought Musical was bad when it came to the gay shit, and then Rigo made it a whole nother level. And this is gonna get me fucking amped up, but like one of my biggest fucking, it's not even a pet peeve, it's like a fucking just, I want to fucking kill someone when I see it, is when people fucking promote that fucking gay shit. I don't give a shit if people are gay or whatever, but the promotion of it, even if it's satirical, you're still fucking promoting it, and it's still contributing to the downfall of Western society, and I fucking hate it. So Rigo does that shit, Musical does that shit. Fuck them, dude. Fuck them. And I know they do it tongue in cheek. Oh, ha ha ha. But like, really, they're probably just fucking gay. Like, let's be real. Listen to Musical's voice. Listen to Rigo's voice, and then look at the amount of gay shit that's on their fucking shit. Like, they're fucking gay. You know what I mean? They're fucking gay. And it's fine that they're gay. I don't care that they're gay, but I care that they're promoting the gay shit. That's what I fucking care about. Just to make that clear, YouTube, I just don't like the promotion of it. Joe Rogan did poo rituals. Zoomer. Poo rituals are so common. Poo rituals are so fucking common. Rigo does poo rituals. Guru does poo rituals. The pooing in reverse thing. I don't know if you guys ever figured out what pooing in reverse is, but it's fucking beyond. It's beyond fucking what's the word for it? Degenerate. It's beyond fucking degenerate. And it's hard for me to say with 100% certainty I wouldn't do it if there was like a fucking bag of $1 million just right in front of me. It's like, here, stick someone else's fucking poop up your butt. $1 million. Really hard to fucking turn that down. I get it. But just on a core visceral level, that makes me like, just talking about it makes me want to fucking puke. So I don't know if I'd be, even though I'd be tempted to, obviously it's $1 million, I don't think I'd be able to because it's so fucking repulsive and vile and gross. Rogan loves black guys. It's super weird. I know, Lurker. That's what I'm saying. Every single black fighter, when they're fighting a white fighter, and Joe is on the commentary, it's always from the black guy's perspective. Just listen to the Menafield Jacoby. Just listen to that back and listen to every single fucking time a black fighter has fought a white fighter with Joe Rogan commentating. It's disgusting. It makes no fucking sense. I mean, it makes sense when you know what Joe's been up to and what he's been doing in his fucking private time. But as an MMA fan, it really fucking pisses me off. And I hate to fucking pull this card, but like as an American MMA fan, and I think we're different than other MMA fans. Like every other MMA fan other than America, it seems like if someone's from their part of the world, they will root for them pretty much no matter what. You know, like if you're in England and someone's fucking from England, you're rooting for that person. You're all behind that. But Americans are not like that. At least I'm not, and most Americans are not like that. I don't care if someone's American. It's nice if someone like Colby or Strickland is repping America, or even Chandler, they rep America and they bring out the flag, and I appreciate that and I like that. But I don't root for them because of that, you know? And Rogan roots for people solely because of the color of their skin. As an American MMA fan, I don't give a fuck about the color of their skin. I don't care about where they're from. All I care about is are they entertaining in the ring and outside the ring, and are they authentic in the ring and outside the ring? That's it. That's fucking it. But all Joe Rogan cares about is how big do I perceive their dick to be? That's all Joe Rogan cares about. So because of that, fuck Joe Rogan. Last night, I want to say it was during the prelims, but it was after the early prelims. It might have been the Aldana fight. I remember I was watching, it was like 5 or 6 fights in. I had a thought and I was like, oh my God, Joe Rogan's commentary has actually been not that bad. Like I haven't been angry or pissed off at him this entire time. The second I fucking had that thought, he started going off the rails. And the entire rest of the time, it was horrible commentary. And I've made this point before, but I'll make it again because it's a really fucking good point. Commentary is not fucking easy. It's a super hard fucking job, and none of them are really good at it. Why are none of them good at it? Because they make the same commentary team do commentary for fucking 6 or 7 or 8 hours. That's way too fucking much. You always hear it. Happens to Bisping all the fucking time. Happens to Rogan all the fucking time. Happens to DC all the fucking time. They start out tolerable. First 4 or 5 fights, very tolerable, decent commentary. Not great, but tolerable. And then they hit a fucking wall. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. I would hit that wall too. You would hit that wall too. We would all hit that wall. The UFC needs to recognize this and say, hey, we have a commentary team for the prelims, and we have a different commentary team for the main card. They should do that every single fucking time. It's too demanding of a fucking job to talk for fucking 6 hours. I've been talking right now for 1 hour and 40 minutes. My voice is shot. I mean, I am drunk and shit, and I'm super fucking animated right now. But so it's not fucking easy. You can't do that. You can't keep this level of entertainment and precision when you're talking about when you're commentating fights for 6 hours. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. So if you just had Joe Rogan commentate the main cards of UFC pay-per-views that are in America, he'd probably be fine. I probably wouldn't even hate him that much. But when you have him commentating the entire card and Bisping commentating the entire card, it's horrific. It's beyond horrific, and it needs to change. I don't know how the higher ups haven't seen the drastic drop off in commentary after the 5th or 6th fight, but it's every single fucking card, and it doesn't matter who's on commentary. Depending on who's in commentary, the drop off can either be super steep or it's a little bit steep. Like Felder's got good endurance. He doesn't he doesn't go down like this. He just kind of like he slowly goes down. And I would say Cruz is the same way. He doesn't. It's not a steep cliff. It's just like a slow go down. But they do still go down because you can't talk for 6 fucking hours and do it perfect. It's an impossible job. So they have to fucking fix that. That's one of the main things that my main gripes about UFC is fix that and fix the goddamn cage. We don't need a fucking cage anymore. 8-sided octagon, 8-sided ring octagon would make it 30 to 50% better immediately. Impression of Rigo getting arrested by Toronto police and having his bitch granny parents bail him out of jail. I can't do a Rigo impression. I don't know. That's hilarious, Pib. It's like, what? I was just vaping outside of fucking elementary school, guys. Come on. I don't know. That was a horrible. I'm sorry. That was fucking horrible. I can't do a good Rigo. Joe has jungle fever. Yes. Thoughts on EBT MMA? I don't know who EBT MMA is. I'm gonna put Rigo in his place. Just wait for it. Well, I haven't been in a Rigo stream since this summer, since like August. I want to say maybe September. No, it was August. It was the gay shit. It was the gay shit, and it was when he said that he had been that he would be. He was talking about how he'd beat the shit out of, maybe it was Dickin or something. He was talking about he'd beat the shit out of some chat member, which that in itself is fucking hilarious. He's my size with 0 fucking fight experience. So I don't know. But what, like, it bothers me. It fucking bothers me. Like I said, I like authenticity. Yes, I will talk shit on my streams and everything, but I think you guys will agree. I will fully admit when someone can beat my ass. You know, like I feel like I'm pretty grounded in reality when it comes to that. I like talking shit. I like saying I would beat the shit out of someone. I would definitely beat the shit out of Rigo. I'd definitely beat the shit out of Musical. I'd definitely beat the shit out of Juru. And I really do think that there's a chance that I could beat the shit out of all 3 of them at the same time, given the right rule set. But I admit that, like, I can't just beat the shit out of everybody. Like Rigo would just go off on a tangent on how he would just beat the shit out of like some like UFC fighter or something. What are you talking about, dude? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. I would like to see more self-awareness from Rigo. That's weird. Joe's a cuck. His wife has one mulatto child from an old dead partner and raises him. Oh, I didn't know it was an old dead partner, Lurker. I knew it was an old partner. I didn't know it was an old dead partner. I mean, that's not. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily cuck in the very traditional sense of the definition, but I can agree with that. Like, it is a little strange. Like, I don't know if I'd be willing to do that. Gurus with M16. Guru is a low level asset. There's levels. There's tiers. You know, like once you hit anyone who's on YouTube with 10,000 subscribers, pretty much anyone with like a actual fan base, you can be sure that they're an asset of some level. And there's levels. There's different levels of selling out. I still think Guru's even at this level, Guru's a fairly low level. Like, he's not super sold out, but he does do fucking poo rituals. And I don't know, like, so here's the thing. So the poo rituals. Let's talk about fucking poo rituals. I'm drunk. Let's talk about poo rituals. The fucking pooing in reverse. The whole thing about that. Oh my God, this is going to sound fucking crazy, but this is all, I promise you, this is all true. This is all fucking true. When you're talking about dimensions and you're talking about like, well, when people say demonic or when people say hell realm, what they're really referring to and what they don't, most people, 99.9% of people don't understand what they're referring to, but this is what they're actually referring to. We're technically in the 3rd or 4th dimension, depending on if you view time as a dimension or not. I do, so I say we're in the 4th dimension. So just based on that thing, so if hell would be the 3rd dimension, hell is like lower. So hell would be going into like one of our cell. Like if you could live as a 2-dimensional cell in one of our bodies, you would experience it as hell. Okay? So poo rituals, fucking poo rituals, how they work is that, or the pooing and there's different types of poo rituals, but one of the main poo rituals, the pooing and reverse poo ritual, is you take someone else's poo that's already been what's the word? What's the fucking word for it? I'll remember in a second. That's already been fucking initiated into that demonic cult or whatever you want to call it. Let's call it a demonic cult. You take the poo of one of those people that's already been in there. You take that, like they poop out, and then they put that poop, and then like the pooing in reverse. You put that poop inside your butt. Sounds fucking strange. Like, why the fuck would you ever do that? Well, how is that even a ritual? It's because on a lower level, on the hell realm, the third dimension, the second dimension, however you want to call it, that's hell. That's like viruses, bacteria. Every time you get sick, it's because of one of those things. That's demonic. That's hell. That's an energetic thing, but it's on a lower fucking frequency, and it's vibrating more densely. The more densely it vibrates, the more hellish it is, and the smaller it becomes, and the more like intense the effect as becomes. Anyway, so there's fucking bacteria in your stomach. If you're a demonic person, you have demonic fucking bacteria in your stomach, and that's literally the exact scientific method of how they convert someone, a normal human being, into being one of those demonic cult people. Guru's in it, Rigo's in it, Jesse on Fire, all of them, fucking Luke Thomas, fucking all of them, Ariel Hawani, all of them have done poo rituals. Fucking all of them. And that's how it works. It's because it's the bacteria and the viruses that are in the poop that are going to affect your gut biome, which is going to affect your brain and how you think. And that's going to eventually take over either certain parts, certain aspects of your personality, or just completely take you over and you were not even fucking aware of it. That's how the shit fucking works. And it's disgusting, really fucking disgusting. And that's why I stopped watching Guru. That's why I stopped watching Rigo. That's why I cannot, because it was, when you're giving your energy to these people, you're feeding into that. You're yourself becoming more demonic, even though you yourself haven't done a poo ritual. So that's the main reason why I decided to get the fuck away from all that shit. It's just not worth it. I honestly started watching Guru around the end of 2021 after 13K. I wish I was there. Can you describe what Guru said once he reached 13K? Lurker. Oh, he said someone visited him. So it was around 13K. It could have been 12K, could have been 14, somewhere around there. He just said, like, he was visibly distraught. And I saw this with other streamers too, like years before. Because you can tell it's part of the deal that whoever visits him, whoever it is, I would say a representative of the powers that be, let's say that, they say like part of their interaction is that they have to actually express it to the public. It's not a secret interaction. I've seen this 4 times already. This is not the first time. This is the fourth time. So it's obviously part of something that they say is, it's like you actually have to say it. So it's in people like mine's head. It's like, so in your head, I'm passing it on to you. And who knows if this is good or bad or not? It's probably bad. But yeah, that's how it fucking works. It's basically you get visited by someone, by a representative, and they say, hey, either your entire career is done, like it's capped out right now. You're not going to grow one more fucking subscriber than you are right now. Or, holy shit. Or, maybe that's the power of doing right now. I'm trying to fucking fuck over my shit. Anyways, or you do this or whatever ritual. There's tiered lists, like the amount of rituals and the amount of shit you have to fucking do to get to this certain level or this certain level. It's tiered, you know? But like they give you basically an ultimatum, which is hardly even an ultimatum. It's like your livelihood or your spiritual health. That's basically what they give you. But yeah, someone visited Guru's house, like his parents' house when he was living there, at around 13,000, and he was visibly fucking distraught. And it was during a he's like, I just got visited. He's like, I can't say by who, but I can say, I don't even remember exactly how he put it. This was years ago, so like 2 years ago. So I don't remember exactly how he put it, but But stood out to me was the same look in his eyes that the other streamers that I used to follow had. It was like it's the same thing. Like when you come face to face with something you might have thought was real or you entertained was real, but you weren't 100% sure. Like even now, as I'm fucking talking about this right now, there's still like a 0.01% chance this is all fucking bullshit. I'm just fucking crazy. But then that person comes into my door and like all that shit, I'm like, oh my God, it's fucking real. There's a certain visceral reaction that comes from that. And I think, and you can just see it. You can fucking see it. Like Guru looked scared. He looked not scared for his life, I would say, but like fucking like freaked out, like paranormal type, like he just saw a ghost. That's how I describe it. He looked like he just saw a ghost. And he said, like, I got a visitor, and like and the chat was like was guessing who the visitor could be, but he was like, no, none of you will guess it. It's not going to be someone that we're aware of. It's not going to be like someone who has a fucking name. It's just going to be a representative of that cult. Rigo, I see an account that matches your IP. Wait, Lurker is Rigo FY? Is he Rigo? Is he really? Mr. Pale, I'm not. I thought Lurker, I don't actually have no idea who Lurker is. I thought Lurker was either like maybe Strickland's burner or Loquacious or William, one of those people. I don't really know. There's a good chance that all those people fucking hate me too and watch them. I really don't know. Lurker is Rigo. I have his IP. You can't hide, buddy. Yep, you are. Mr. Pale, I like your comment. Okay. Rigo started coming at me. Now he pays the price. Oh, pays price. Gotcha. Rigo have a channel. He's gonna be more irrelevant. Just watch, his channel will be gone. He's literally a tiny person who puts his mouth in front of his words. So Pip, I'm confused because Pip, you and Rigo were on good terms when I left. Like it was like, yeah, you guys were on good terms. So this is interesting. But I turned on. I don't want to say I turned on Rigo. I have no ill will towards Rigo at all. I can't digest that type of I can't digest demonic content. I just can't, and I hate, more than anything, I hate that he has a gay video. Like just go on Rigo's recent videos. I haven't looked in the last few weeks, but I guarantee you there's a gay themed video in his last 7, and there's going to be another one in the 7 before that. And there's going to be another one in the 7 before that. And it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. And he likes to do it. He likes to play it off as like he's pretending he's more woke, or I don't know the word for it. Like he's more liberal, but he's not actually liberal, but he really is. He plays that game. He plays that fucking game. This is what I hate more than anything about Rigo. It's like he portrays himself like a liberal who's really conservative, who's actually really a liberal, if that makes any sense. It's like this triple fucking hole that goes down. It's like at that base level, he actually is for all the gay shit he pretends to be against that he pretends to be for. If you're understanding what I'm saying, that's what he fucking does, and it bothers me. Rigo is literally a little kid. Rigo's foot fetish is hilarious. I've never understood foot fetishes. I've never understood fetishes in general, but I'm a very sexually vanilla type person. I've never had anal sex, even though I was offered multiple times. Turn it down. So I've barely done anything like crazy at all sexually. Like it's for me when I have sex, it's like missionary and that's it. Like that's just the way I am, and I don't understand fetishes. Because I don't have them. I understand them from a psychological perspective. Is like I understand how they can form. Like foot fetishes, for example. Like if you were really close to your mom, or if you really wanted to be close to your mom when you were an infant, and she always left you like at her feet when she was like washing dishes or whatever, you can like a lot of kids, they end up associating a woman's feet like love because they're always at their mom's feet when they're a kid or something. So I understand it. I get it. But I don't fully understand it because that never took place with me. Like because I'm the most vanilla sexual person in the fucking world. Like I don't even really like, I hate hand jobs, strict no hand jobs. And I don't even really like blowjobs. Like I'm not a big blowjob guy. I like sex, straight sex. That's it. Nothing else. And so like foot fetishes or anything crazier than a foot fetish, I understand it mentally, but it's like it's so foreign to me on far as an experiential thing because like sexually, that's not. I don't fixate on one thing sexually, like a foot, or I don't know what other fucking weird fucking things that people have, but um, let's see where I'm at. He's literally delusional. It's wild. That's why I watch because it's fascinating seeing someone like that being as biased and gaslit as he is. Talking words like stummy and snackies. Yeah, so fucking almost everyone, literally fucking almost every human being in the world does this. But yeah, like words like stummy and there's certain key words, cringe. Anytime anyone says the word cringe, you fucking say it all the time, Pig. Anyone who says that, I automatically hate you. Musical said it all the time. Guru said it occasionally. It's like, use your own fucking vocabulary, dude. Like, you don't have to use the common vernacular of the average 15-year-old to get your point across. We're adults. We don't have to fucking use that fucking stupid bullshit. And yeah, I don't know. That's a huge pet peeve of mine. And Rigo used a lot of those stupid words. I would agree with you there. I show my friends Rigo, and first thing to say is, what's wrong with his face? Why is it so sunk in? To me, Rigo looks like he looks like a young Quentin Tarantino. And personality-wise, I think he's a lot like Quentin Tarantino. He's very smart. He's a very smart guy, but he's so slimy. You know what I mean? Like you could never trust anything. You could never fucking trust Rigo with. I wouldn't give Rigo a fucking dollar bill to hold because you can't trust him. Like I value his intelligence. He's a smart guy. But yeah, I don't trust him. And he's got that super untrustworthy fucking Quentin Tarantino look. Whereas like he's got talent, like Quentin Tarantino. He's got talent. He's got skill. He's smart. He can talk. He can contribute to society. But you wouldn't fucking trust that guy with fucking fucking 50 cents. Joe Rogan literally got depressed when Jack Della beat Randy Brown. Exactly, Lurker. Exactly. He gets visibly distraught when black people lose to fucking white people. He can't handle it. It's so stupid. It's just so dumb because, like I said, as I feel like I don't. All my favorite fighters, it has nothing to do with where they're from or what their skin color is. Like, I don't fucking care at all. Joaquin Buckley is one of my favorite fighters of all time. It has nothing to do with because he's black. It has nothing to do with that. You know, Izzy is one of my least favorite fighters of all time. It has nothing to do with because he's black. Like, I can't. It's just so fucking. It's so foreign and weird to me that in a sport that can create so much excitement and there's certain fighters that can really just fucking get your blood boiling because they're so fucking exciting that skin color or nationality would ever play into, or religion would ever fucking play into why you like a fighter or don't like a fighter. Like I said, I get it if you're from a small country and your country only has one or two fighters from that country and they're representing it. You know, Ireland only has Connor and fucking Ian. That's fucking it. That's all they fucking have. So I get it. But yeah, as an American MMA fan, like it's beyond foreign to me to be like, oh, that guy's black, I'm gonna root for him against the white guy, or that guy's white, I'm gonna root for him against the black guy. Like, who fucking cares? I'm gonna root for the guy who's more entertaining. It's that simple. And that shit really fucking bothers me about Joe. Like, it really, really fucking bothers me about Joe. And it's because of, you can't possibly be like that. You cannot possibly be a human like that unless there's something sexually going on behind the scenes, at least. And if it's not actually going on, which 99% it's going on. Trust me, it's going on. But even if it's not, let's hypothetically say it's not. I guarantee you every single fucking night when Joe Rogan goes to bed with his fucking wife and his fucking adopted kid, that he's thinking about that. Because that's not a normal human reaction to just fucking love every single Alonzo Menafield. It just doesn't fucking make sense, dude. It doesn't fucking make sense. No man that puts his lungs through a pressure cooker scares me. Oh my God, dude. Yeah. Rigo's nicotine addiction is one of the, so I don't want to go off on Gnome Chad too much because I like Gnome Chad. I haven't really watched his shit at all lately. but I think he's fucking hysterical. But here's my issue on that and like they both are very pro nicotine, but they're also both very pro Jesus. And the way I view nicotine and any stimulants at all, any Coke, literally any fucking stimulant, is if you're using, like, if you're doing it for fun, like if you're just doing a Coke binge or meth binge for fun, whatever. But if you're like Rigo, or if you're like musical and you smoke cigarettes or you vape all day just to give you energy to get through the day, that's a slap in the fucking face to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. If you truly believe in Jesus, if you truly believe that God exists, that's all the fucking energy you need. If you're saying, I need this fucking shitty, low level bullshit fucking stimulant to get me through the fucking day, in my mind, that is one of the biggest slaps in the face you could possibly give to God. If you are a true man of God, you don't need a stimulant or any substance, even food. This is why fasting is one of the big reasons why fasting is so important in a lot of religious cultures, is because it's like you're affirming yourself. Like, I don't need food. I don't need anything else. I just need to be sustained by God's love or God's energy, however you want to view it, however you do view it. And someone who's aggressively Christian as Rigo is, and I've seen him shit on a lot of other Christians. He's like, oh, you're not even Christian if you believe that. Like, I hate that shit. There's so many Christians that say, oh, if you don't believe this, you're not Christian. You believe this, you're not Christian. Like, that's fucking stupid as fuck, dude. There are tons of different types of Christians. None of them believe that everything they all believe different things, you know? And the way I view it is the only thing that makes you Christian. Do you believe in Jesus or not? That's it. That's fucking it. But Rigo likes to start, and so does Nomchat. They like to start these holy wars and shit. And it's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. Just like, I don't know. It bothers me. It really bothers me. This is why I'm against religion in general, even though there's a lot of aspects of Christianity I use and take within my daily life. I like Christianity. I don't like Christians. I don't like most Christians, but I do like Christianity. I don't like most Hindus, but I do like Hinduism. You know, it's one of those type of things. You wouldn't stick a poo up your butt for $1 million if it was your own. Okay, Zoomer Shemaya. If it was my own poo, then it wouldn't be a demonic. Like, I would do it because I don't have any demonic bacteria in my gut right now, at least to my knowledge. So if it was my own poop, and I knew that it was just my own poop, and there would be no mental or spiritual takeover or change in me, then yeah, I would do it. But that's not how it works. It's someone else's poop. It's not your own poop. It's someone else's poop that's already been initiated, and that's how it works. So, and it's hard for me to say with 100% certainty because I've literally never been in front of $1 million. I don't even know what it fucking looks like. So it's hard for me to say, no, I would never fucking do it. But on a moral and visceral and spiritual level, to my core, it disgusts me to no end to stick someone else's poo in your butt, knowing what it will do to you. You know, it's not just that act that's disgusting, which it's beyond disgusting, but it's what follows that act, which is way more disgusting. And I really don't think I could do that to myself, because I know, like, you're signing over either a portion or the entirety of your autonomy. You're still going to think you're autonomous, but you're not. That's the thing. Like, people don't realize, like, I'll use this as an example. I think it's a really good example too. Whenever like you wake up in the morning or whatever, whenever you get hungry, you think, oh, I want, let's just say randomly you get a craving for pickles. You're a pregnant woman or whatever. You want pickles. Who wants pickles? Is it you that wants pickles? Or is it the gut bacteria in your body? Or is it certain muscle cells or bone cells? Is there certain cells in your body that need certain nutrients from pickles, and they're telling that to your stomach, which tells it to your brain that you want pickles? You understand? So every time, there's 99.9% of the thoughts we have, we think are ours, but they're not ours. They're part of ours. You know, it comes from a part of us. It doesn't come from actual it doesn't come from our soul. It comes from our body, you know? So that's why these poo rituals are so bad, because you get that demonic bacteria in your gut, and you're gonna have all these fucking demonic thoughts in your head. You see it with Rigo. Like, true or false, chat, Rigo has gone way the fuck off the deep end over the past few months because of these poo rituals. And it's not his fault. I mean, it's his fault they did the poo rituals, but he doesn't have control over this shit anymore. So like, there's a big part of me that feels bad for him. But I can't support it anymore. It's because these little tiny microbes, they have a huge effect. They change how you think. I'm like, every single time I think I'm hungry for this, I'm hungry for that. The reality is I'm not hungry for it. There's a part of my body that's hungry for it. And it might not even my body. It could be the microbes in my gut. Usually that's what it is. That's usually what it is. Like alcoholism. All alcoholism is you've developed a gut microbiome that feeds on alcohol. So when there's no more alcohol in there, it wants more alcohol. That's all that fucking is. It's not that you don't want more alcohol. Those little things that feed on alcohol in your system want that. So yeah, just imagine how bad that can get if you get demonic shit in there. It completely changes. It will change your personality. It will change everything. And I could show you fucking many cases of people online that completely change because of this shit. Rigo knows he's a tiny. They slandered you, brother. Wait, me? They slandered me? I mean, I'm used to getting. Oh, I'm so far behind. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna try to. First, I'm gonna smoke a bowl right now. Oh, no. I take that back. I'm gonna pee right now, and then I'm gonna smoke a bowl. You get to hear the long. But I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna try to get a little bit. But yeah, I'm used to getting slandered. I don't mind getting slandered. It can bother me a little bit, but I get over it pretty quickly. Imagine spending your 20s sitting in chats. I mean, it's kind of what you're doing, Mr. Babe. Those unhinged live streams are going to catch up to Rigo. Enjoy your crap. Dude, they've already caught up to him. From what I've seen, like I haven't seen a Rigo stream in months. But just for, I think the last time I watched a Rigo video was maybe 3 weeks ago or something. And I could see like his mentality is going down, and I feel bad for him. Like this is not me shitting on Rigo. This is me feeling bad for Rigo. Like I didn't want to see this. I said it in my own Discord months ago. I said I don't want to see Rigo go down the same fucking path the Guru did. Right after I fucking said that, he went down the same fucking path the Guru did. And I get it. It's kind of inevitable if you want to make a career out of YouTube, but you gotta value your fucking spirituality more, you know. And as an alleged Christian, you know, I don't know. He started talking about poo rituals and good faith and shit. That bothered me too. You can't fucking do a demonic ritual in good faith, dude. There's no such thing as demonic rituals in good faith. That's insane. That's fucking insane. That's just the devil fucking. That's literally what the devil is. That's the devil tricking you. And you can view the devil as like the Christian version of the devil, or you can view it as like Hinduism, as Maya, or like every single religion has their own version of the devil. But like it doesn't fucking matter. It's the destructive force. It doesn't matter how you look at it. But yeah, I know he's lurking because he hate watches people. I don't think. Wait. Well, musical hate watches people. I know that. I don't know if Rigo hates watches. I don't think Rigo hates me. I don't. I could be wrong. But I've been shitting on Rigo a lot this stream, so maybe he does now. I don't really know. I don't know. But if Rigo, if you are watching this, I don't hate you at all. I don't fucking hate you at all. I want you to get better. I want you to get better. Toronto police are actively investigating Rigo too. He's literally a backwards idiot. Dude, I put my hand on his forehead and watch him swing. I love when he repeats personal comments. Just shows how much my data is stored in his head. Show any normal person a picture of Rigo vaping. Some face with purple eyes, pale skin. He looks like he looks like a vampire. He looks like a young vampiric. What's his name? Quentin Tarantino. When did I get 1K subs? Oh, what's up, Washington? How's it going? Oh, a long time ago, dude. I got 1K subs a long time ago, but it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't. The 1K subs means nothing for my channel because I have to get 4,000 watch hours in the past year, and I don't have that. I'm not anywhere near that. So I have over 1K subs, but I'm not monetized. I think it happened like 3 or 4 months ago, but until I get, if I start making a bunch of content and stuff, I could probably get that 4,000 watch hour shit. But I'm not. That's not my main focus right now. You know, like if I get monetized, then the time is ticking before one of these demonic motherfuckers come after me too. You know, like I kind of don't want that. I don't really want to be. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't accept it. I'm pretty sure I would just say fuck it. Like YouTube is not. It's not worth it for me. But I don't want to put myself even in that scenario, dude. Like I value my spiritual autonomy. And I don't even want to even bring that shit around. Like I attract that type of shit anyway in my life just because of how I was brought up. So anything that would attract that shit more to me is not very desirable. So that's why I don't really fucking care. Rigo kisses my ass this whole time too, which makes him more cringe. He hates animals, bro. Fuck that guy. Yeah. So I thought like he does hate like. I think a lot of it is for shock value, and like I don't. On one hand, like as the type of person I am, I believe you can say whatever the fuck you want. You know, Drickus and Colby going after dead dads. That's totally cool in my book. I have no issue with that at all, fucking at all. But when Rigo would like talk about like how he'd beat the shit out of animals and stuff, like on one hand, I'm like, you say whatever the fuck you want, but on the other hand, I'm like, this is so fucking insecure and fucking weak and pathetic, and I love animal. I'm a huge animal guy, especially cats. But like I fucking all animals. I don't view human like this is my one of my biggest gripes about Christians in general is that they view humans as above animals and as above the animal kingdom and as above every other life form on the planet, and that's fucking retarded. It's absolutely fucking retarded. There's no difference between us and everything else other than we just happen to be at the top of the food chain right now. That's the only difference. Like we're not better than a dog or a cat or a slug or an ant. Like we're not. We're just different. So when Rigo talked about that shit, yeah, like I was never gonna cancel him or like it didn't like really bother me because I'm all for free speech and everything, but like I said, on the other hand, it's like, dude, it's fucking gay. Like, oh, wow, you think you can beat the shit out of a bear? Well, I guarantee you can't, Rigo. Like, I fucking guarantee you can't. Sniff talks about this too. He says the butthole is a portal. It is a portal. Well, technically, it is a portal. But like I said, like so your gut biome affects the majority of the thoughts you have in your brain is affected by your gut biome. So if you put something demonic in your gut biome, imagine what's going to happen to your brain. Like I said, just watch what's happened to Rigo in the past. I don't know how many months. Just watch. That's what happens when you do poo rituals. That's why I don't think I would do it even for $1 million. And Rigo did not get $1 million for the poo rituals he did, and neither did Guru. So yeah. This is why the Freemasons are always so obsessed with sodomy. Yeah, Zoomer, yes. It's more than just the it's one of the most direct ways you can control someone is through their butt. It really like that, like with the MK Ultra shit. Gnome Chat talked about it a lot. I'm sure he's got a whole bunch of shit on his channel about that shit. But yeah, this is exactly this. That's the reason why I'm so against the promotion of it. Like I said, I don't, on a personal level, I don't give a shit if someone is gay or straight or bisexual or even trans is kind of a difference. So I'm not even going to touch that shit. I'm not even going to touch that shit. I don't want to get canceled. But like on an individual level, I don't fucking care. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't have to fucking agree with it, but I'm not going to fucking tell you not to do it. But when you're promoting that, when you're incepting that idea, that sodomite idea into people who otherwise would probably not have had that thought, and then you get them to consider it, and then you get them to actually do it, and then you repeat the process, and there's more and more and more and more of these people now than there ever were in the history of in the history of the fucking world. It's alarming. It's disgusting. And so that's why I'm so fucking against it. Because I see the agenda. I know how influential your butthole can be on your person. You know, like you can control someone through their butthole. You really can. That's literally all what MK Ultra was about. So, yeah, I'm totally with you, Zoomer, 100%, 100%. And that's why that's why I don't watch musical. That's why I don't watch Rigo. That's why I don't watch Guru. I cannot expose myself to that shit. I try my best to be as wholesome as possible. I know this is a drunk stream, but I don't. A lot of days I fail. You know, a lot of days I fail on trying to be as wholesome as I possibly can. But I try. Like I make the earnest effort to be as wholesome as I possibly fucking can. And I wish Rigo would do that. I wish Guru would do that. I wish musical would do that. Their lives would be better for it. And even though I've had like little beefs with all of them or whatever, like I don't hate them. There's no hatred in my heart for them at all. Like all those guys, and even like I don't hate Juru either. Like Juru is probably the one I feel the worst about, just because he's the smallest out of all of us, and he's the angriest out of all of us, and he's probably the most incel out of all of us. So like I feel bad. I feel bad. You know, I would love to beat the shit out of all of them, but it's because I thoroughly like beating the shit out of people, not from a macho standpoint, not from not from an alpha standpoint, but from a fun standpoint. Like these last 4 months, I haven't been able to spar or really even throw a punch, hardly at all, these last 4 months, and it's really gotten me. I'm so acutely aware of how much I love beating the shit out of people and getting the shit beat out of me. Like I didn't realize how much I loved it until it was taken away from me. I guess that's the best way to put it. So I would love to beat the shit out of all of them, but it's not personal. I just like beating the shit out of people. The butthole's a spiritual portal. It's a physical and spiritual portal. Yes, literal city named Sodom and Gomorrah, because of the butthole portal. Yes, Zoomer, 100%. You're 100%. If Rigo comes to Vegas, I'll fight him. Wait, are you in Vegas now, Pib? Pib, I swear to God, you're in Vegas. You're in fucking like Eastern Washington. You're in North Dakota. You're in Minnesota. You're everywhere, dude. You're everywhere. So you're in Vegas right now? So how would you go about that turkey baster? Oh, you're talking about a poo ritual? Well, I've never done a poo ritual, so I don't know exactly how it's done, but like how I put a poop in my own butt. I really don't think I would. And I've never done it, so I don't know. You'd have to ask Rigo that question, or ask Guru that question, because I don't really know. I don't know if a turkey baster would. If it was diarrhea, I guess, but I don't know. I will literally humiliate him. He needs to fight me if he wants his mana back. I stole his mana. Rigo is gonna have his day. Mark those words. Rigo, your days as a streamer is limited. Well, I think Rigo's days as a streamer are limited, not because of you, Pib, but just I don't see Rigo being able to mentally handle it. I think, this is not an attack on Rigo at all, because this is me putting myself in his shoes, and I think I'm the exact same way. Hypothetically, like if you switched me and Rigo's spots right now, and I did my poo rituals, and I had a bigger YouTube channel, and I was putting content every day, and I was streaming every day, I'd be insane. I'd be fucking insane. There's a reason why I haven't done any content in a long time. My life is better when I don't. My life is better when I don't, and I don't, absorb his content. But it's not. Yeah, it's nothing against him. I just feel like most people, if not all people, are gonna go fucking insane, and he's a smart guy too. Like Rigo is genuinely one of the smarter guys. However you feel about him, he's one of the smarter guys in the community, and I feel like the smarter you are, the more you have to be careful of demonic shit, because demonic energy at its base level, it's just trickery. It's the trickiest, most. But evil trickery. It's the most deceitful, trickiest fucking bullshit. And the smarter you are, the more levels that trickery can act upon. If you're just some fucking retard, if you're just Tito Ortiz, who's like just gotten the fucking shit beat out of him so much, he's just a retard now. The devil can only do so much against that. He can't really trick Tito that much, because it doesn't take that much to trick Tito. You know what I'm saying? You understand? But but trick me or someone actually intelligent like me or Rigo or, someone who's actually like has a level of intelligence, the devil can do a lot more shit to people like us. So you have to be really fucking careful with this shit. So for that reason, I think Rigo's days could be limited, just because I could see him just going way the fuck off the deep end. And I say that because I could see myself doing that same thing if I was in that situation. Rigo is a cockroach. Go out 20 minutes for each comment. Lurker is Lurker, I think. Is Lurker an autonomous lurker? Can you mod me? I want to send a clip of Ringo. No, I'm not modding you, Mr. Pip. I think Rigo is secretly on welfare. Does Canada have welfare? I don't know how Canada works, so I can't say. No. So Pib, I disagree there, just because Rigo's entire energy, and he denies it. This is another thing that I don't want to say it bothers me, but you can just tell that Rigo grew up rich. And a lot of people hate rich kids. I don't. I think that's classic poor people mentality, and I think it's horrible. I don't hate on Rigo for growing up rich or growing up privileged. That's, it's totally fine. But you can tell that he's still, I'm pretty sure his parents are still helping him out, which once again, I'm not going to hate that. But there is a part of me that, I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, well, you didn't really earn the shit you're doing either. But you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't want to hate him for growing up rich. That's not his fault. He can't help what family he was born into, and he can't help if his family is or isn't fucking helping him now. But yeah, I do. But yeah, I'll agree that I definitely think Rigo's getting financial aid from somewhere. Like you could just tell. You could just tell. Washington, I'm just a lurker. I'm honestly none of the guys anyone's mentioned. I'm just a rando and not part of the Discords or anything. Really? You don't have to believe me, not that it matters? Wow. You're not even part of the Discord, lurker? That's hard to believe. I'm not saying I don't believe you, but that is hard to believe, just because almost everyone here is from the Discord. Other than fucking me. Dude, I'm so fucking far back. I'm so sorry. Watch some football like a true American. Dude, football's so fake. Football's so fucking fake. Football is the most scripted sport. All sports are scripted to some level, but football's the most scripted, so I stopped watching it. It's so easy to fucking figure out who's going to win these days in the NFL because it's all scripted. These Canadians will understand football. Canadians like their football, but there's the Canadian Football League. He looks like a guy from Blue's Clues. Oh, Steve from Blue's Clues. Oh yeah, Rigo looks like a young Tarantino. I can see. Yeah, definitely. Exactly. It's not just his look, but it's his personality and his voice. It's all very Tarantino-esque. It's like, Tarantino has like a very smart but very slimy vibe to him. Rigo's the exact same way. It's like talented, but you wouldn't trust him with anything. I'm back, boys. About to get me some Jack Honey at the beach. What's up, Inspector? I'm sorry it took me so long to read that message. Yo, Rigo literally looks like Blue's Clues guy. Yeah, Steve from Blue's Clues. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Pip. I'm 35. I grew up watching Blue's Clues. I know what Steve looks like. What's up, William? How's it going? Haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're well, buddy. And I hope, if you're still here, William, I hope that you're enjoying Cameron Simons and DDP's rise. The UFC ranks. I like them both. I think they're great. And I do believe DDP is going to be champion very, very soon. Rigo is going to fall hard. He's going to know where he effed up. I wouldn't classify nicotine as a stimulant, even though it is. It's a stimulant, though. Like if you just smoke a cigarette, whatever. But when you compulsively smoke 10, 15, 20 cigarettes and you call yourself a Christian, or you call yourself Hindu, or you call yourself Jew, whatever the fuck you call yourself, you don't have to call yourself anything. You just believe in God. That, to me, that's insane. That's fucking insane. You're saying I need this shitty substance to get through my day more than I need God. Like, just fucking meditate, you retards. All you have to do is consciously absorb energy. I do that every single day. I've done that every single day for years now. That's how I get through my day, is consciously absorbing energy through God's will. You don't need fucking nicotine. To me, that's like one of the most blasphemous things you could do to God. It's an indirect shot at God. That's the way I look at it. You're like, oh, I need to fucking smoke 20 cigarettes. Oh, I need to do cocaine. I need to do meth to get through my day. No, that's a shot at God. All you need to do is meditate. That's all you need to fucking do. You don't even need to eat. If you just meditate all day, you don't even need to fucking eat. That's why fasting is important. But yeah, it's a low level stimulant. Can Christians get high on marijuana and alcohol? Well, they can. Christians can do whatever the fuck they want. Like I'm not here saying that Rigo's not a Christian because he smokes nicotine. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's a bad Christian for that. You know, I'm not saying he's not a Christian. I'm saying he's a bad Christian. So Christians can do whatever the fuck they want. The way I do Christianity, you can murder someone, you can grape someone, you can do whatever the fuck you want to any group of people, to any animal, to anything in the entire world. You can do it, but as long as you believe Jesus died on the cross for your sins, you're a Christian. That's how I understand it. I could be wrong, but that's my understanding of it. So Christians can do whatever the fuck they want. It's just my perception of it is if you have to do any substance to get through the day, you're kind of shitting in the face of God. You're saying this is more important than you. This gives me more energy. This sustains me more than you, and that's on a spiritual level. That's just wrong. And we all do it. I'm gonna smoke a bowl right now. You know, I smoke weed every single fucking day of my life, which is in that vein. Like I get down on myself for it, but I don't do it all day. I don't fucking smoke all day. That's the difference. Like I don't smoke to get through my day. I smoke because it helps me sleep. So that's the difference between me and like nicotine smokers. He's all sad because IO Guru turned on him. Did Guru turn on him? I have no idea what goes around coming. He just respects the Lord every day. Rigo shall be taught a lesson. Damn, Pip. Rigo must have done a number on you because this is a lot of angry Rigo shit. That's that he's gonna cry like Canadian baby when he finds out. Y'all about to witness another YouTuber fall hard. I mean, yeah, I don't wish it on. I hope he does well, but I predict it will happen. What's been the toughest addiction for me to kick? Zoomer, great question. So here's the thing, Zoomer. I've done pretty much all the drugs. I was never addicted to meth. I've never been addicted to any stimulants other than nicotine. Because I'm not a big fan of stimulants. Let me see if I can do this. I need something. I need to put something on here. Hold on a second. I don't have anything fucking. Sorry. Yeah, good question, Zoomer. Okay, cool. Zoomer. Okay. Toughest addiction. Okay, so as far as like severe addictions, I was addicted to opiates for a very long time, and then when I finally kicked it, I was obviously on heroin. And like as far as like physically, like the toll it took on me, like it took me like a year to actually feel about myself again. After all that shit went down. So I would say that was the hardest, but here's the thing. I still smoke weed every single fucking day. I've been smoking weed every single day of my life for almost 20 years now. No, over 20 years now. Holy shit, I'm old. Over 20 years now. So that was actually like a weird fucking, I just realized how fucking old I am. Holy shit. So the fact that I'm still smoking weed at 35, I started at 14 years old. I started smoking weed every single fucking day at 14 years old. I'm 35 years old and I'm still smoking weed every single fucking day of my life, even though there's a big part of me that doesn't want to. I was honestly like with that fucking definition, I would say weed's been the hardest because I have not been able to kick it. I've kicked every other substance I've been addicted to. Every other substance I've done, I've been able to stop it with a lot of problems or little problems, but I've been able to stop it. I have not. I've stopped weed here and there, but I've never been able to fully stop weed until this day. So I think in that terms, random surprising answer to the question. I would say weed's been the toughest because I have not been able to kick it. Like I'm still smoking. Speaking of, oh, and speaking of, weed is legal in Ohio now. This is not illegal. I can do this on camera. This is not illegal. It's as of December 7th. It is legal to smoke marijuana in Ohio. So fuck you. I can do it. That's nice. That's nice. And sooner or later, the stores are gonna start popping up. It's probably gonna take like I'm gonna guess like 5 to 7 years before like there's so many stores that the market becomes flooded and the prices drop. So it's probably going to be quite some time before I can actually reap the benefits of legal marijuana. But it's still nice to know that I can't get in trouble for this. It is nice. I honestly think he wakes up to some dark thoughts across his mind. Oh, of course, dude. Pip. I don't know to what extent. It wasn't to like a full extent, but he sold out. So does Group. He sold out. He fucking sold out. And this is something I can say. I can say for musical that I can't say for Rigo or Guru or any or I can say it for Juru too. Juru. Well, actually, I can't say it for Juru because I don't even know. Yeah, I haven't kept up with Juru at all. I have no idea what he's doing. I have no idea how big his channel is now, what his content. So I cannot talk about him. I really can't talk about musical either because I haven't watched his shit either. But as far as I'm aware, Juru and musical did not sell out. Their channels haven't gotten big enough to where they would even be approached. So it's probably healthier for you to watch those streams versus like a Rigo stream or a Guru stream. But I don't want to like tell you to watch something or not something. I'm not in the business of canceling people. Even though I still think like Rigo said, this was months ago, but Rigo said it was a fake Rigo telling everyone to report me back when all that shit happened a year ago with the Discord and everything. Because like 3 weeks, the reason why I had such a big beef with Rigo after all that happened was because weeks after it happened. I remember it happened. It was like January 1st. It happened, and it was like January 24th or something of this last year. It was over 3 weeks after all that shit. I go onto Juru's stream, live stream, to say hi, what's up, whatever, and Rigo's on it, just spamming, telling everyone to block me, or not to block me, to report me and shit. For what? I don't have no fucking idea. So I fucking hated him for months. I fucking hated him because of that. And then he claimed that actually wasn't him. That was a fake Rigo. And to this day I don't know if that was true or not. Like, why would a fake Rigo be telling everyone to report me? You know what I mean? Like I know there were fake Rigos, so I can't call him a liar. But why would someone using a fake Rigo go after me? You know what I'm saying? That part doesn't add up. So when he told me that he doesn't remember and had been a fake Rigo, I think my thought was that he just didn't remember that he told people to do that because it had happened literally like 7 or 8 months prior to me actually like confronting him about it. So I'm guessing he just didn't remember. But I know there were fake Rigos, and it could have been a fake Rigo that did it. But that was where the initial me and Rigo beef came from. And I don't know if it, to this day, I don't know if it was or not. I just think odds are it has to be at least 75% chance that was the actual Rigo and he just forgot. Or he was lying. I didn't get any vibes that he was lying though, so I don't think he was lying. Because I know when Rigo's lying. Rigo looks like he'd be from the Twilight trilogy. Rigo definitely sparkles in the sun. That's why he lives in Canada, for sure. So glad he turned on me. Oh, I'm like, wow, what am I doing with my life? I've never been in a chat until Guru. Yeah, I bet he's been a chat rat his whole life. I mean, I don't know if Rigo's been a chat. The only person I know for sure has been a chat rat their whole life is Juru, because he literally said so. Like he came from, I don't know, those fat guys he used to like to make fun of. I don't even know their name. but he would always talk about them. Boogie, I think one was Boogie, one of them. Like he came from that stream. Like before Guru shit, I would watch some streamers and shit, but I didn't really come from any. Well, no, I did watch some streamers, but I wasn't really like a part of any community or anything before this. But after I got done with Rigo, I was done with all streaming for a while, and then this summer I got back into Rigo shit because his content was good and it was interesting. I got back into it, but my life is just so much better when I'm out. I'm just not fucking streaming right now. Like this stream right now will probably have detrimental effects to my life. Not like major, but I'll probably feel it when I fucking log off, I'm sure. Because I'm communicating through a dark mirror. I'm looking at myself right now through a fucking dark ass mirror. And I'm communicating from my location to all your guys' locations through your dark mirror. And it's all a dark mirror. It's a demonic this is demonic technology I'm communicating you guys through. So there's no way. The more anyone uses, the deeper down the hole they get, no matter how wholesome and how pure they are. So yeah. I know Rigo makes alts and spams. Not as I don't know. I know he has some alts, but Juru's the one with the alts, dude. Like, as far as I'm aware, like Juru's the one that was like 1,000 fucking alts. But I'm sure Rigo does it, dude. I had alts. I got a new phone a few months ago. I had a few alts that I would go and like shit on them occasionally. Not very often, just whenever I'd get a demonic urge to start shitting on people. I had a few alts, but I got a new phone a few months ago, and I haven't done any alt shit since then. Go around your town and show the clip of show people a clip of saying that people automatically saying something's wrong with him. Think about what you're saying. You're talking seriously. The next you're talking about butthole being a portal. That's what's wrong with chats. Is goofy. Talk is normal. That's how I talk, though, Pip. Like me in real life, I'm a very silly guy, but I deal with very serious situations and very serious shit. Like more serious than most of you could probably ever even wrap your mind up. But like super serious shit. And the way I grew up in a really fucking demonic household, right? And the way I had to, the way my brain and my body decided to keep myself alive was to make it as silly and funny and stupid as possible. And that's just how I fucking handle shit. So I talk about really deep shit, and I will make it super silly. And it's up to you to parse out what's a joke and what's not. That's kind of how I fucking am, dude. Anyways, Rigo, your last day as a YouTuber. I don't think Rigo's here, dude. I really don't think Rigo's here, but he won't be able to recover after this one. Musical said you were sexually baiting his kid on stream to Pib. Did he really? What? Pib, were you sexually baiting Musical's kid? That actually. So here's the thing. So I know. So here's the thing. I know for a fact, because Rigo literally said it on stream, that Mr. Pib. So there's Mr. Pib isn't just Mr. Pib. There's the real Mr. Pib, but then there's fake Mr. Pibs, and one of the fake Mr. Pibs is Rigo. I know that for sure. Like he admitted it. He said that himself. He said it's easy. You just talk about granny gum jobs and fucking people fucking believe it. So Zoomer. So I could totally see a situation where like a fake Mr. Pib was like sexually baiting mini musical. And then Musical got mad at like the real Pib because he thought it was the real Pib. But I can also see a situation where it was the real Pib sexually baiting it. Like, I can see either of those. Like this is the fucking problem with the way YouTube has it. Is like they don't let you like actually view the profile of each person chatting unless you're a mod. Like that's a problem. That's actually a fucking problem. They should change that because then you can confirm. Because there's fake sick souls too. I know there's fake sick souls because people have gotten mad at me for shit that I never said. So I've seen them. There's fake sick souls, and it's very easy to like if YouTube just let every single person just be able to click on the person who's chatting in the chat box and look at their profile. It'd be very easy to know it's a fake sick soul because they don't fucking have 1,000 subs in 100 videos, you know. But you can't do that unless you're a fucking mod. So it's super easy. It's super duper easy to fucking fake something like that. And even though musical is in a position where he could look at it, like he's also 40 some years old and he's fucking old as shit. He probably doesn't even have that thought in his head. It's like, oh, maybe I should look at this person's profile to see if it is the real Mr. Pip. So yeah. So whenever, yeah. I'm super fucked up right now. Holy shit. I'm drunk and high. Holy shit. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Literally the craziest thing, musical trying to use his son as a prop to slander me. I mean, I used musical son as a prop to slander him, so it's fair. Zoomer is literally musical gaslighting you. What? I don't think musical would be watching this. I could be wrong. If musical is because musical, I know him. He's the type of guy like once you cross him, like it's it. Like in his mind, I crossed him and like there's no going back. He doesn't want anything to do with me. That's his mentality. So I highly doubt it. Yeah, I don't think. He grew up with a father. Wait, who grew up with a father? Rigo. He literally lives with his parents. I get the like. I could see that. There's people who know exactly who his identity is. Isn't his name Ryder? Right? I don't know but he said like, isn't his name Ryder? Like there's something gay like that, right? I found your streams before I joined any Discord. Washington? Yeah, well, dude, Washington, you've been around for like yeah, how did me and you originally become friends, Washington? I don't even remember. Others said nothing to musical son. It's funny to me how all these pib alts stopped once musical started saying that. Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many. I know there's a lot of pib alts because Mr. Pib Extra is such an iconic like staple in Jerusalem that I know there's at least 3, but I'm guessing at least 4 Mr. Pib Extras. And I don't even know right now if I'm talking to the real Mr. Pib. I don't know. I don't fucking know if I'm talking to the real Mr. Pib Extra. Because you always come from different parts of the fucking country. And some of you seem to hate Sniff more than others. And one of the Mr. Pib Extras is Sniff. I'm pretty sure. So Ravens, Jags tonight. Who wins? Good question. I have not looked into it yet. But was it Ravens, Jaguars, right? My gut says Jaguars. My gut says Jaguars win. But I have not looked into it. Nicotine is for cucks that have a dead brain that can't produce dopamine. Well, it's such a dumb drug. Like I smoked cigarettes from 18 to 20, and then I quit, and then I picked it up again when I was 27 because I used it as a tool to quit heroin because I knew firsthand that cigarettes are a lot easier to quit than heroin. So I was just I just did the bold turkey thing. Like I replaced my heroin with meth and cigarettes for a while, which is actually like, if you're an opiate addict, wheelchair Juru, if you're watching this, I know you're a fentanyl addict. We all know this. We all know you're a fentanyl addict. No judgment. I was a heroin addict for years. Like I get it. It fucking sucks. If you have to get off, like the way I got, like you do not use Suboxone, you do not do methadone. My sister's doing methadone right now, but she's also doing other shit. Like that shit does not work. It works for a very small percentage, but it just keeps you on it, and that shit's actually more addictive. What you do is a drug that you don't like. And for me, that was cigarettes and meth. Like I was not a natural fan of stimulants. So I picked up stimulants until my body was like clear enough where I could handle being sober off heroin, if that makes any sense. Whoa. But yeah, I'm so fucked up right now. Holy shit. Peace, Mr. Pibb. Mushrooms are illegal in Washington. They're legal in Washington, Oregon, and Colorado, I think. They grow just fucking out. There's psychedelic mushrooms that grow out here, but they're not. There's lookalikes that are poisonous, and like there's certain mushrooms you can pick that I have picked that aren't psychedelic that are pretty safe. That I've picked out here. But the psychedelic ones that grow out here, there's poisonous lookalikes. So there's one with the ones with there's no point in fucking taking that risk, especially since I have a fucking assload of shrooms anyway. And I never do them. Like once I did the first time I did ketamine, it made fucking all psychedelics like fucking obsolete in my head. Like the first time I went down to K-hole, I was like, oh my god, dude, this is infinitely better, like infinitely more trippy, infinitely more what's the word for it, beneficial, like way more useful. Psychedelics are useful and they can definitely get you out of a rut, and they're definitely good in some scenarios, but I feel like ketamine is way more powerful in terms of like a tool that can actually you can use to unfuck yourself mentally. Like it allows you to just go to the absolute bare bones basis of what every single problem is of your life. Like you can get to it immediately with zero fucking emotional reaction at all. You're just looking at it objectively, and you can do something about it because you're looking at it objectively. So ever since I did ketamine, I just don't care about psychedelics anymore. And I haven't even done ketamine in over a year. I would fucking love to do it, but it's not popular out here. I don't have a hookup, but it's like one of the safest drugs. It's one of the, as long as it's not cut with anything. Hey baby. But yeah, ketamine should be fucking legal everywhere. That's the most beautiful medicine I've ever taken. And I don't even know what the fuck it is. I think it's a man-made chemical. I don't think it's like something found in nature. I truly have no idea the origins of it, but it's just completely changed the fucking way I fucking look on life. YouTube used to let you click on profiles, I think. They should. Well, it's a huge fucking issue, dude. Like, it's a huge fucking issue. But anyways, I'm sure you guys can hear it in my voice. I can definitely hear it and definitely feel it in my voice that I am fucked. This is the longest I fucking talked straight for a very long time. So I'm gonna go, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna say, to leave this fucking stream, I'm gonna say it's gonna take a lot for me to get back on like rooting for Colby and Sean, but then at the same time, they're two of the only fighters that actually try to make it entertaining for me to root for them. So I probably won't keep that sentiment for too long. But I'm just disappointed in him, man. I felt like Sean could be the type of guy that could take it, and he's not, apparently. And he's doing all the shit he fucking hates. He's fucking doing to Drickus. So I lost a lot of respect for him. And Colby, yeah, dude, I don't know. And Bryce, oh my God, Bryce, dude. I didn't really get to talk about Bryce, but oh my God, I just hope I hope this doesn't ruin his fucking future. I really hope this doesn't fucking ruin his future, because that was fucking brutal, man. But anyways, take care, guys. I'm gonna fucking enjoy my drunken high. Later.